Danganronpa.
Alright, just give me a mic check.
Hola, hola. Minasan, konnichiwa.
Alright. Alright, we are good. Alright, everybody, welcome and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to more Danganronpa, another Despair Academy. I am Mr. Grinchman, once again along with ACP for continuing our blind playthrough of this game. In the last stream, we continued Chapter 5, finished up daily life, and a lot of crazy stuff happened during that. Kenjo woke up, took a gun from the arsenal, and shot himself in the head. But very stupidly, in my honest opinion, he somehow lived. But unfortunately, if he wakes up and doesn't become in a vegetable-like state for the rest of his life, he could have lost his memories and skills and all that stuff from the area of the brain that was hit by the bullet. So,
Which, I don't know, if I was in a place like he was, that might not be a terrible thing. I don't know.
well, maybe not. Given the mental state he was in, maybe not. But I'd still rather be dead. I don't know. So he's still asleep. He's still out in a coma. We don't know if he's gonna wake up or not. It kind of grew to an edge with Mikako, where she got frustrated with everyone doubting her, to the point where we even yelled at her, and then she ran off. And we all kind of came back together, the people in the group, and started to try to work together again. However, right when that happened, Yamato Kisaragi somehow started to remember who everybody was. He spoke coherently at breakfast and went kind of not crazy, went kind of panicking trying to find out where Mikako was. He left the dining hall right away and we went to follow him. However, when we found out where he was dead. And Mikako was standing over him with a unbloodied knife, but blood all over her, in the records room on the 5th floor. So somehow she got in there. And we did the investigation, and well, it's looking kind of grim here because we don't have a lot of open scenarios because the other 4 of us have alibis for the time of the murder, which happened within the span of 10-15 minutes. So there's not a lot of options here for what's going on. So this stream we're taking on the trial, and the rest of Chapter 5 after that. So let's get underway. There's a lot of stuff, and as I mentioned, the fact that Yamato is dead, that causes a lot of problems, because there's a lot that he knew that, because he's dead, we might either never figure out or really struggle to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Because he obviously had a lot of connections with stuff, because we also found out that the Kisaragi Foundation, we are in one of their buildings right now. We found that out last time. This is not Hope's Peak Academy that we're in. We are in a separate building that has been remodeled to look like Hope's Peak. So, which explained why the arsenal was up there, why the Kisaragi Foundation logo is all over the place, and why the 5th floor was as different as it was. So we even got confirmation that the actual Hope's Peak looks just like the Hope's Peak from Danganronpa 1. So that was the crazy thing that Mikako could not tell us before Monokuma interrupted us on the previous stream. So hopefully that sums up a good amount of what happened last time. So let's get underway. As per usual, we're going to go over the bullets real quick. Alright. Monokuma File 5. Victim is Yamato. Estimated time of death was approximately 8:30 a.m. The cause of death was shock due to laceration in the groove and a large hole in the chest. No other injuries were found. So we don't have to worry about the time of death this time. Chest hole, victim, Kisaragi, suffered serious injuries, such as his chest was completely blown away, revealing the entire inside of his body. The Monokuma file also mentions the wound was a direct cause of death. However, there are no other noticeable traumas. What kind of thing can destroy only this part of the body without touching anything? This is the kitchen knife Kurokawa was holding when she was first found. At first, I thought that Kurokawa might have hurt Kisaragi with the knife, but the Monokuma file did not mention any wounds by knife. And the knife itself was clean, no blood was on it. Was it just for a distraction? Even so, why was she holding the knife? Bloody cart. A cart from the lab was left at the scene of the incident, covered in blood. The fact the cart was covered in blood means that they may have carried a corpse, but if you could enter the records room from the ballroom, could you bring the cart upstairs? It's full of mysteries. Kisaragi's handbook. It was handed over from Kurokawa, a handbook that Kisaragi had, mostly blank, but there was a number 0430 written on the page. What is the purpose of the number? I think it's pretty obvious. It's a high probability, but it's a guess this was the password to the door of the records. But why did Kurokawa give it to us? Everyone's alibi. Makaru clearly states that only one who can commit the crime is Kurokawa in this case. The reason is that at the time Kisaragi, the victim, last appeared in front of us, except for Kurokawa, the others had been with us all the way until the body was found. Entrance of the records. It's true that only me and Makaru know, but there are rules that others... there are rules other than just the password. Only one person can enter the records. When there's already someone inside, the door will not open. If two people go inside at the same time, the bulkhead door closes. Because of these rules, is the record room itself really heavily involved in the case, or not? The ballroom white cloth, you cannot enter the record room unless you know the password. However, the emergency exit in the back was strangely connected to the dance hall of the ballroom. The problem is, there was a door on the high railing, as it was one floor higher. Still, someone had hung a white cloth that allows access to it. It must be the culprit's doing, but I haven't seen this cloth. Seen this cloth somewhere else. The laboratory MERT. I don't know what MERT means.
It says laboratory meat.
Oh, meat. I thought it said MERT. I don't. It looks like an R.
That's an A, not an R.
Okay, meat. That makes a lot more sense.
It's the same A that's in laboratory.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I just knew what laboratory was. I don't know. Okay, meat. Mentioned by Akane, there was a chunk of flesh around the lab. Shouldn't say flesh, not meat. I don't know. A chunk of flesh around the lab. According to Makaru, it's presumed to belong to the victim, Kisaragi. The shape is squeezed beyond recognition. The bloodstains from the flesh are connected to the hallway corridor. Could the bloodstains in the hallway really be this piece of flesh here? The anesthetic gas, it's a gas grenade that has been used in the lab. It's called the anesthetic gas, and there's a possibility that the victim was neutralized rather than killed immediately. These kind of things must come from the arsenal. The dying message. Yeah, we found this. There was a dying message written in blood of the laboratory floor. The victim, Kisaragi, must have written it with all his might. It's written Mikako, but for most of us who know this name refers to. Even if it's true, would the criminal just leave the dying message that pointed out their name so openly and leave it behind by their own decision? And finally, Kurokawa's room was open for some reason, but also the bed sheets were missing. I thought I had seen the white cloth tied to the railing of the ballroom somewhere, but it's highly likely that it's from the private bedroom, not to mention why would Kurokawa's bed sheets be gone. So, there's a lot of evidence that points to her, and ACP and I were talking for quite a while after the stream last night about our personal theories for this trial. It doesn't leave a lot of options, because I mentioned my kind of theories. It kind of only leaves 3 options for me as to what could have happened. Either this is doing the thing that Danganronpa 1 did, where Monokuma is trying to kill someone off and is kind of setting up some kind of fake trial, or rigged trial, I guess I should say, to get Mikako killed off. 2, Mikako straight up actually killed Kisaragi, and that's just it. I mean, obviously there'd be more reasons behind it, but that would be that's the outcome. 3, Kisaragi somehow took himself out, and only because only Mikako would have seen it, and not the rest of us, unlike when Kinjo shot himself when we thought he was dead. Monokuma is still making us do the trial, either trying to get Mikako killed off, or just because a quote-unquote murder has happened, and nobody else really knows the truth of it. So, I mean, those are really the only 3 options I can think of, because, like, except for one, the alibis of everyone else of the time that he was killed, and the problem of, I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, that's mainly my thinking right now. But, I mean, yeah, that's kind of my line of thinking. What do you think before we get started? I mean, you got any theories you want to share here?
I think we might have talked about it off stream. But yeah, I really think that it could definitely be 50-50 between like them just like going with like the obvious answer, or there's like some like crazy shenanigans that happen with like Monokuma or something. Because obviously in the first game we had the fake
body,
murder.
Yeah, the fake murder, yeah.
So I could definitely say them like maybe like this is like a real murder, but
Yeah.
maybe Monokuma set up like booby trap some device or something in order to frame Makako, or maybe someone like Ray, or like maybe like out of left field like throw like Akane like may have done something because of like the whole like Kinjo situation.
Yeah, I don't know.
There could have been some kind of like rigged explosive or something that caused Kisaragi to be injured, and Makako was just like there when it happened. And because of like whatever's going on with her like brain issue right now, like she can't say anything about it for some reason.
Yeah. The other thing that kind of concerns me that we mentioned off stream is that why was like right after we yelled at Kurokawa before breakfast, we had that conversation. She said she was going to the 5th floor. Like, why was she doing that? Like, what was she doing up there?
Yeah.
And then like when we mentioned that she was up there to Kisaragi, he seemed like really concerned and like really uneasy about it.
Yeah.
So what was Mikako actually doing up there in the first place?
Yeah, he started like saying everyone else's names. He suddenly like remembered something about the situation and like the people involved, and like rushed to go find her for some reason.
Yeah, so yeah, how did that tie into everything? So that's really concerning to me.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's do it. ACP did look up the length of this trial. He said this one's not too long, especially compared to like the last two, which took forever.
Yeah, it shouldn't be more than 2 hours the most.
Yeah, like trial 5 in the
3
first game.
hours to include all of our discussion.
Yeah, I mean trial 5 in the first game wasn't very long.
Yeah.
The downside is now with Kisaragi dead, I'm doing most of the voice acting now. Because it's down to, because Yuki's still alive, Akane's still alive, and Rei is still alive. And with Kinjo indisposed, it's literally just Teruya who's doing most of the dialogue for you. And Mikako's still alive, but I mean, we all know how talkative she is.
Yeah, Mikako, Ria, and the occasional Monokuma.
So
who may be more involved in this trial than some of the other ones.
Maybe. I know for 6 will probably be involved.
The last two, one of them he literally fell asleep during.
I think that was. I think that was 2 because it was so late at night.
Yeah.
All right, let's get underway here. Oh boy. Also, I am worried because Monokuma did mention that the trial was starting late, and he did that in the first game, and he ended it early because of the whole rig thing. That also is something that's in the back of my mind right now.
Yeah.
That could mean something, because he did seem like... Ray did point out that he did seem like he was rushing things. So that also is really concerning to me.
Yeah.
So, alright, we know this stuff. Pick the wrong person! Mousetrap.
Now, you may start with... The culprit is Kurakawa. Nothing more to see here. Oh, you started already. Oh, it doesn't matter. Please discuss things carefully.
Wait a minute, Taria, we've only just started.
It's just the beginning and nothing more, right? Before, Makaru was the first to investigate, but now how can you prove it? It's a class trial. The culprit is still Kurakawa. You all know that, don't you? At the time Yuki and Makaru found the body, Kurakawa was bloody at the scene. Besides, everyone except Kurakawa were together.
Atori-kun, calm down a little. As Maeda-kun said, we're just starting. Wouldn't it be better to sort things out?
No, I'm perfectly calm right now. This is different from before. I mean, it's a conclusion after a thorough analysis, not a call out of a desire to escape from reality.
Well, of course. I also think Makako-chan is most suspicious, but...
Yeah, you look like dead this whole chapter,
Yeah.
Well, there's clearly something up with you. Calm your bullshit. It looks exactly the same as before, so stop and let's begin the discussion.
What do you mean? Isn't Kurakawa the culprit?
Of course, I also see Kurokawa as the main suspect, but currently Teruya is being far too forward. It's a requirement to have at least a discussion. For now, it will be better to convince Teruya. Okay, I think I know how to do the non-stop debate.
Yeah.
I'm worried about that bullet time battle, though.
Yeah.
Because I struggled a lot with it in 3. I did well in 4. Everyone's alibi.
I think the one in 3 was like mistimed or something.
Yeah.
Like
Not
the things would like disappear too fast.
Yeah. She was bloodied at the scene. Everyone's alibi, clean knife, ball and cloth, Makako's private room. I mean, there's even more evidence than this. Stupid, your life is at stake. Can't you take responsibility for it? It's because you don't need to see it. Besides, there's more evidence. How can you dismiss that you can't dismiss? Have you forgotten? Kurokawa was holding a kitchen knife. If you're not the culprit, I think I know it. Yeah, it's clean. It's that one that I'm supposed to hit. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, it was, yeah. Teruya, just because she was holding the kitchen knife doesn't mean that they're the culprit,
What are you talking about? No matter how you look at it, she was carrying a weapon. I'm not sure you can even cook in there.
No. No, you can tell by looking at the body of Kisaragi, the victim of the case. Kisaragi wasn't stabbed to death by the knife. It's also specified in the Monokuma file there were no special wounds other than the hole in his chest. Right, and crucially, there was not a drop of blood on the knife, no sign of stabbing anyone.
That's true. Sorry for forcing this. But then what was the kitchen knife for? Unless she was set up in a murder.
Yeah, that's the other question, is why did she have the knife at all?
Yeah. It might have something to do with like the flesh in the hole for some reason.
Yeah.
But even then, like what was she doing with that?
Yeah.
And because we assume it's his flesh, but we don't know that.
Well, we
'Cause
also
there
confirmed that the bodies, that no one had anything missing from their bodies when Ray checked the corpses.
Yeah.
So unless it was Makako's own,
Mm-hmm.
it could only be his.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, the other thing is, like I said, what I mentioned, was Makako, what was she doing up there? Was she actually maybe planning on trying to kill someone herself and he saw her doing it? I mean, I don't know what else she would have the knife for. I don't know. It's very concerning. I won't deny that issue with you. I admit that Kurokawa is suspicious to the end, but that doesn't mean you can just blindly conclude that she is the culprit.
I know. I'm sorry, without knowing, I let my habit run wild again. I didn't grow at all. I don't think I did.
No, it's because we all understand it. Are you done now? Let's start with the case.
Wait. Are you okay for 1 minute before that?
What else?
Well, that thing. That one next to Monokuma.
Okay, yeah, I pointed that out last time.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
Well, that's the Foundation logo, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. The 2 moons.
Yeah.
Why is Kisaragi's portrait over there?
Yeah, I pointed that out.
Oh, this? Well, don't mind it. I couldn't help it because there wasn't a seat for him.
A seat?
Kisaragi-kun was originally a person who never entered a class trial room, so he had a reserved seat. Hey, don't talk about anything that has nothing to do with the trial. Come on, start the discussion right now.
I think I don't know if I mentioned this on stream or off stream, but because we're in the Kisaragi building, I don't know if Yamato was involved directly in setting up the killing game or even knew about it. But it is obvious that a lot of the stuff here is because of the Foundation. Like, I think I mentioned the memory wipe off stream when they mentioned that in the 2 streams ago, that the Kisaragi Foundation could do that. So I imagine that's the technology that they used. So whether he knew about it or not, I'm not sure. But a lot of the problems and the logistics for setting up the game do seem only possible because of his connection with, like, his connection being president of the Foundation. So whether he was involved directly or not, I don't know. But I don't think that he was the person behind the whole thing himself. Like, I don't think this was his idea. Like, like I said, I'm not denying that maybe he helped with it directly or even indirectly. But I don't think that he was the person involved, like, directly. Like I said, considering he's like the Mukuro stand-in, like sort of the helper of the main villain, I'm inclined to believe that it wasn't him who set up the whole game.
Yeah.
So even if a lot of the problems are kind of caused from him indirectly. Yeah. At least, like, as of right now. It might be directly later, but as of right now, we don't know. I think that was mentioned off stream, so.
I mean, we started talking about him again and again.
We can't help it. I'm not saying the class trials are top priority. I'm not saying that the class trials are top priority right now. Since the case hasn't been sorted out right, let's get started.
That's okay.
First, the victim in this case, Kisaragi. The incident happened this morning.
Everyone was there except for Mikako-chan.
Yeah, at the moment, Kisaragi's behavior suddenly became a little strange, and he ran to the 5th floor looking for Kurokawa.
It was as if he had become a different person. What was that Kisaragi's true identity?
That's fine and all, it doesn't have anything to do with this case. I would like to know, but we can't because he's dead. So let's just forget about it. In any case, we sensed something strange was happening and hurried to the 5th floor to chase after Kisaragi. Only then. The 5th floor was already bloody. Something already happened.
That time, Akaru gave instructions to me and Akane, didn't she? I was to go check Kenjo and Akane to check out the bloodstains in the lab.
That's the other thing that makes me unsure if it could have been anyone else, because he was obviously already dead by the point they got up there.
Yeah.
So unless it's your theory is true, like somehow there was a remote thing that killed him,
Yeah.
I don't think it could have been any of the other 4 because he was clearly already dead by the time the 4 of us got up there
Mhm.
and split
Yeah.
up. So that's
Yeah,
the
the only thing I could think of is like, if something was to happen like that, I could only think it would be Ray, because she was like the only one with any knowledge of like how to set up like electronics and stuff.
Mhm.
Because she was able to set up like the camera jammer and stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so unless it was her doing that somehow, I don't think it could have been any of the other 4 because he was clearly dead
Yeah.
by this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and besides Kinja, we were able to get some crucial clues from the lab, including that there was nothing wrong with him.
Crucial clues? What was in the lab?
That's for later. Let's organize the case first. First, Maeda and I tried to enter the blood-stained record room, but we could not open the door. Sure enough, a password was required to enter the records. That's right, you told me when we were investigating the 5th floor. However, it seemed certain that something had happened in the records, and while we were thinking about what to do, so Makaru took me to the ballroom. Surprisingly, the white cloth to the ballroom was connected to the 2nd floor, and the door you see when you hold the cloth and go up was directly connected to the back door of the record room.
When Tyra and I were able to enter the records, we were told to go back to the ballroom. I wondered if the ballroom and the records were connected somehow.
So in the end, the cloth was tied up by the culprit, right?
That's right. It means that the culprit had to do the same to get into the records. The other thing that's concerning is that Kisaragi had the password to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether or not he went in there before he was dead, which I doubt that he was. Well, it's obvious. Like I don't know at this point.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think that he was because it's pretty
It
obvious
looks
he was killed
like-
somewhere else.
Yeah, I think he was killed out in the hallway, or at least, yeah, and then his body was dragged into there.
Yeah.
Because if he had the code, then assuming it was Kako, he would have like killed him somehow, found the code on him, and then
Taking him in there.
dragged his body to the room. It seems like almost though she might have been already in the record room or something. Because assuming that cloth is the bed sheet missing from her bed, then she already figured out how to get into the record room without the code.
Hmm.
And if that's the case, why would she need to kill him even if she wanted to get the code?
What was her
Unless
door?
she thought that putting him in there would have been like the best place to hide the body,
Hmm. And
because otherwise no one else would have been able to get in there, or like probably discover that they could have even gotten into the back door.
the only reason we knew there was a back door was because Monokuma told us.
Yeah.
Also, why did she leave her door open? Presumably it was her that went into her room to get the sheets.
Mhm. Yeah.
So unless someone took the key from her, no one else could get into the room.
Yeah.
And the only other one who could have gotten the sheets, because Makako, unless she had like left her, well, no, we would have seen that she had her bed sheets when we were talking to her.
Yeah.
So unless somehow Yamato got the key from her in the time he ran out, which is very unlikely,
Yeah.
I don't know how else someone like when she would have gotten the sheets or why she left the door open.
Mm-hmm.
Provided it was her that left it open. I mean,
Yeah.
if she does, that's very careless. Like, why would she do that?
Mm-hmm. Unless she was just like panicked in some way and like did it quickly and just forgot to close the door
Yeah.
with when she like ran out of there with like the sheets in her arms.
Yeah, I don't know. That's right. That means the culprit had to do the same to get into the records. The culprit mustn't have known the password either.
It's only natural, isn't it? It's a facility that was originally in this building, and we don't know anything about the facility, including the killer.
I thought that too, but Makaru said the culprit might know the password. Let's talk about it later because it's important, but not now. Anyway, when we entered the room through the ballroom, Yamato Kisaragi was dead. And in front of the dead Yamato Kisaragi, that woman, Mikako Kurokawa, was standing there covered in blood. I mean, it is likely that she got blood on her when she was getting him out of the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he had that big hole in his chest and it was spilling out, that's probably how she got the blood on her.
Yeah.
For now, this is the overview of the case. Yeah. Everyone except for Mikako-chan.
That's right. I'm sorry I didn't even want to discuss it earlier, and I'm sorry. But no matter how I look at it, no one can commit the crime other than Kurokawa.
However, if the criminal fails to deceive us in the class trial in their own way, they'll be put to death. Is it really that easy to commit a crime? Is there some kind of trick we don't know about?
To think of it, didn't you mention that Makaru found a crucial clue a while ago? What's wrong with the laboratory?
It's an important clue, but it's hard to figure out the whole case with that alone. What I found in the lab, yeah, that's what we were discussing now. When I went to the lab to check it out after hearing it from Akane, and the lab was, where is the thing I missaid earlier?
これだよ。
or however that is. What?
これだよ.
Makaro, you're talking about this piece of bloody flesh that was in the lab?
Flesh? Human flesh?
Yeah, I heard it from Akane, and I went to check it out myself. That flesh was probably from Kisaragi's chest. Moreover, Teruya, you should have entered the laboratory before the announcement went off.
No, I didn't see it. I was in a hurry.
I guess he was in the lab with us, yeah, when he came to tell us about the room.
Yeah.
Is that so? I was also surprised when I first found it. The fact that Kisaragi-kun's flesh was there in there means that Kisaragi was killed in the lab, right?
That's it. I mean, he wasn't murdered in the records. But even if that's the case, isn't it impossible for anyone other than Kurokawa to commit the crime?
Well, that's not the case, but the place where he was killed can be a very important clue.
If you don't know who the culprit is, it's silly.
Hey, Teruya, do you seem a bit dissatisfied? You are so full of yourself just because I decided to cooperate with you, aren't you?
No, it's not really like that. I'm sorry, I'll stay quiet.
In the end, no matter what I say, it comes to the conclusion that it's impossible to commit the crime except for Kurokawa. But I can't conclude without knowing anything at all like this. The biggest obstacle in this case is, let's talk about that with everyone. What are we talking about? So what are we talking about here? Everyone's alibi, the gas, rec room door, what? Kisaragi's handbook in the cart.
I guess this one will have something to do with the alibi.
Yeah. Even if Kisaragi was killed in the lab, only Kurokawa could commit the crime. If someone who could commit the crime except for that woman, if there is, excuse me. But after Kisaragi left the dining hall until his body was found, we were always together.
Always together we were. We were always together. Kane and I went out for a bit, but we came back in a hurry. When we arrived on the 5th floor, something already happened, right? Well, yeah, it did. Hold on, we need to discuss this in further detail. I just noticed the stars say infinite up there. Where the focus gauge usually is.
Yeah.
Indeed, the biggest obstacle is Kurokawa. As Teruya said, can it be decided that Kurokawa was the culprit? I think what each of us was doing when the incident occurred. Okay, what was each of us doing? I guess it's the alibis?
Yeah, everyone's alibis, and we were
Gas.
always together.
Yeah, so which one am I shooting is the question.
It's the blue one.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Kane says.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's in the top right
Yeah.
corner.
Okay, I'm ready for it. Fire.
そうかもしれないよ
Yeah, there we go, that's right. I got 100 points on that one. As Akane said, no matter what the clues are, it cannot be denied that we were together at the time of the incident. We'll have to work this out in order to see the truth.
Wait a minute, why is the story suddenly going towards the direction of except for Kurokawa, there's a culprit among us?
I was ready for it that time. I was waiting for it.
If the alibis are perfect, doesn't common sense say that Kurokawa is the culprit? Why is the culprit Kurokawa gradually moving away from the suspect list?
Why? Because frankly, it's too easy if Mikako Kurokawa wins. It's almost like someone is trying to blame Mikako Kurokawa for the charges instead. I'm also in agreement. Something is fishy. It's a class trial when your life is lost if you make one single mistake. You need to think more if you're not 100% sure.
We're being too blunt. Aren't you just scared?
The problem is I don't know how else it would have went down. It's the only problem right now. Like, I'm not denying that something is definitely odd, but I'm having a lot of trouble thinking about, like, what could have happened.
Yeah.
Because if everyone else was together and Monokuma is really autonomous and, you know, and cannot interfere with the crime scene, then like, I'm having a lot of trouble, like, figuring out how it's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, but, like, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Like, I don't deny something is odd, but I can't think of what it is, of how it would be different.
Yeah. Maeda, Makaru, normally you trusted the clues pointing to the culprit and gave their answer. What are you afraid of to be so careful this time? It's the alibis and the blood. Besides, there's even evidence about the bedsheet, so anyone can tell that the culprit is...
Don't be such a stick in the... That's supposed to be mud. I don't think that's supposed to be mod. Stick in the mud. It's full of complications. Do you want to annoy me right now? Or what? Are you the killer?
You can't do that. Don't joke like that.
Hey, Atori-kun, just the bedsheet? What do you mean by that? Alright, Akane doesn't know about this. The bedsheets, of course, there was the clue Teruya gave us at the end of the investigation. The place where Teruya took us was... yeah, the room.
これだよ
Korodao. Just before the investigation time was over, Teruya called Makaru and me in a hurry and took us somewhere. The place Teruya took us, it was Kurokawa's private room. Mikako-chan's room?
Yes, I stopped by my room before
Before it started, I guess?
it started, and I was getting impatient. I noticed Kurokawa's room was wide open. So I looked inside for a moment. Kurokawa's room didn't have any bed sheets. What?
Hmm.
You're surprised? Why would you be? And so suddenly?
You haven't said anything and just stood there still. What's this all of a sudden?
Nothing.
No, it's not nothing. It's not nothing.
No.
Well, we know the bed sheets are gone, but what does that mean? Kane, there was a white cloth hanging from the second floor of the ballroom. Didn't you think you've seen it somewhere? I think I saw... Oh, maybe that cloth was the bedsheet from our private rooms. Yeah, it's probably the bedsheet from Kurukawa's room. Yeah, but that's really conclusive evidence, isn't it? Like Mikako-chan's reaction a while ago. At this point, even I can't stop thinking of it now. No, I think it's more likely that Makako Kurokawa is not the killer, not the killer. I think.
Huh? Is there a reason?
I'm trying to think of how else anyone could have opened her door.
Yeah.
Can Monokuma just open the doors? I guess he could have done it.
He can get in the room, but I don't even know if he has to open the door to do that.
No, he can obviously just appear in the rooms.
Yeah, because he did that for
Ray's room.
at Ray's room. He would just appear in the room without opening the door.
Yeah. The question is, can he actually open the doors?
I think probably.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think like who else could have opened the door.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. The only one they could do is Makako, Monokuma, or someone who like took Makako's room key.
Yeah.
But
I don't know who would have done that.
yeah.
Fools, just think about it. Let's say that woman used the bedsheet and hung it in the ballroom. Even if she hides the fact, she leaves the door wide open until time runs out. Don't you think that's weird?
That may have been because the incident took place in such a short time. She may have forgotten it.
Forget it. Besides, that's the only reason we have. When I briefly looked around her dormitory after chasing Yamato Kisaragi, and there was no sign the door to Makako Kurokawa's room was open. So someone opened it after we found the body. But who could have done that? It has to be Monokuma, because if Makako had her key, no one else could have opened the door.
Yeah.
Because if the door was closed before we found the body, it had to have been opened after, and unless, like I said, unless someone took her key,
Yeah.
there's no way the door would have been opened.
Yeah, surely it must have just been like Monokuma opening the door so we would find
The bed sheets were gone.
missing bed sheet.
Yeah, that's the only reason I can think of.
That's the only thing that makes sense for why the door was open.
Yeah, especially given the time frame we now know in which it
After.
was.
Yeah.
Uh,
It doesn't look like even if Makako did use her own bed sheet, that she probably didn't leave her door open.
no. I didn't look closely, but the door from the dormitory to the school side and Kurokawa's room goes in a straight line, so you can see it without getting close. As you said, you claimed the door was wide open, right?
Actually, when I took you and Maeda, it was wide open.
Yes, I saw it. It's like trying to show that the door was wide open. Wait a minute. Then Kurokawa couldn't have opened the door. If she comes back and opens the door right after we chased after Kisaragi, we would inevitably run into each other. So that's what I'm saying. In short, the door to Makako Kurokawa's room was opened. It sounds like it was one of us. Then, you mean that person is the culprit? It's very likely. Using Makako Kurokawa's bedsheet for the crime, they intentionally left the door open as if to show us. Isn't it plausible if the goal is to cover up all the charges against Makako Kurokawa. Actually, we kept doubting Kurokawa until the end.
No, but it's just a pendulum. Even if there's another culprit in our midst, it's impossible to commit a crime other than Kurokawa on an alibi.
That's, well... Hey, Makako Kurokawa. Would you care to join the discussion now? Actually, hearing your testimony is the most important thing. You didn't say a word during the investigation. What you went through at the time of the incident holds the key to this case, excuse me. Why do you look like... I don't know what to describe that look as, but it's like that look of, like... Either that, like, really panicked look, or the one where, like, you're just, like... Just stunned.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. I don't know.
Makako-chan...
Damn it, Kurokawa.
Yeah, she is, like, really screwing up a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
And I said, whether that's her fault or not, you know, that doesn't matter. It's just a fact that her not telling us anything when she obviously knows stuff is screwing up a ton of stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
Makako, why are you doing this? I actually liked you as a character. I mean, like, I still do, but you are really frustrating me this chapter.
Yeah. Although I saw, according to the wiki, Makako is the developer of this game's favorite character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It didn't tell you the result of the trial, did it?
No.
Oh, good. I was about to say, you didn't spoil yourself, did you?
No, it just said, like, on, Makako is, Lin J's favorite character from Danganronpa and other.
Okay. And I guess even if there is your favorite character, it doesn't mean they can't die. I mean, like, I imagine Nagito is the favorite of a lot of characters from developed the second game.
Yeah.
Or Kokichi was the favorite of a lot of characters in V3.
Yeah.
So, doesn't mean they still can't die.
Yeah. Are you the culprit? A victim? I'm starting to get confused.
Hey, I wish you couldn't say something like this. But is there a possibility that she killed him? As in the case of Kobashikawa-kun a while ago, it was made into self-play. Unfortunately, Yamato Kisaragi was then able to commit a series of crimes, so it is unreasonable to start by opening the door to the private room we just talked about a while ago.
Someone is trying to cover up the charges against Kurokawa. I understand. Everyone has an alibi, so it becomes impossible to commit a crime.
How did they open Makako-chan's room in the first place? Did they even steal the key? Guys, doesn't the alibi get things complicated? Why don't we discuss the method of a crime, assuming the culprit is a seventh person A?
Seventh person A?
I don't think we're going to progress if we ever continue with alibis like this. Let's assume there really is a person named A who can freely roam other than us. Let's talk about the method of the crime first. I'm in favor too. I am ashamed that a talented person such as me is not sure about this at all. Yeah, I think that would be nice too. Come to think of it, I think I heard a similar thing from Makako-chan last time. Approaching from the other side of the case based on the testimony that has already been given without considering the truth or falsehood of a testimony.
Do you remember all that?
Yeah, we can't give up just because we're stuck in one place. Let's designate a hypothetical person who can commit the crime, and discuss the method of crime, assuming that person's pattern. Alright, let's see where this goes. Oops. Dying message, Monokuma file, meat, ballroom cloth, gas. Okay. There's a person A who can roam freely. Preparing a crime wouldn't be difficult. Killing Yamato Kisaragi, put the blame on Mikako Kurokawa is no easy feat. If they kill Kisaragi, they spill blood in the hallway, right? And then somehow they stole Mikako-chan's bedsheet. They even prepared a way to get from the records room to the dance hall. If Mikako Kurokawa was really taken advantage of, by some means they must have kidnapped that woman. Otherwise, you wouldn't be standing next to the dead body. The problem lies that this happened within 15 minutes for all the events to take place. Even then, Mr. A, it's not easy to commit the crime. I'm not sure what I'm hitting here. Person A, the criminal must have done something to make Kurokawa look like the criminal besides simply killing Kisaragi. In order to figure that out, they would have had to control Kurokawa at will, and it would have been necessary to relatively incapacitate them. Okay, so that's the grenade that they would have knocked her out, but...
Yeah. Would...
Okay. But why is the Monokuma file different? Yeah, why is that different style text than the others? Okay, so it's definitely this, if it's talking about incapacitating her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which one I need to hit, though. Is it
Didn't
what Ray said?
Ray says something about, like, kidnapping?
Yeah, it's not this one, not that
her.
one. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's what Ray said. I have to consent with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's this one, this next one.
Yeah.
Fire. Excuse me, I said fire. Fire.
そうかもしれない
There
よ
we go, fired. There we go. I fired. I'm firing shots here. Makaru, by some means, I thought about it. It wouldn't have been possible if they used that. The anesthetic gas, I mean. Anesthetic, what's that? Connie, didn't you see it when you were in the lab? Strange can, the same thing that was rolling around like last time. I heard it from Makaru and thought, it's gotta be the anesthetic gas. It's a spray compressed anesthetic gas in the form of a grenade. If you were exposed to it, your body temporarily becomes numb and your nerves will not function properly.
What? Where did they get such a dangerous thing?
Maybe it's from the arsenal in the ballroom, because the arsenal itself was still open, after all, since Kinjo brought the pistol from there. If you use the anesthetic gas, Kisaragi-kun as well as Mikako-chan can be neutralized. That's true, still, Kisaragi went looking for Kurokawa, so it's a good chance they were together at that point. But, I'm trying to think, like... if they were both knocked out, then... who could have done that to them? Because it's obvious that if they were both knocked out, it had to have been after he left the lab. Or after he left the dining room with us.
Yeah.
So... and the blood was already there. So someone had to have already been... even if he wasn't dead exactly at that point, someone had to have already been planning something before we got up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, who could have knocked them out? If we presume they were both knocked out, who could have knocked them out?
It's Monokuma.
Yeah, it probably was. I mean... oh. Dude, this is not good.
Yeah. I mean, that's assuming Kurakawa isn't the culprit.
Yeah, it's presuming we're going along the lines that she isn't.
Yeah.
So.
But if she is, it was just she knocked him out.
Yeah. By immobilizing the two of them, Kisaragi is the axis, and if you make Kurokawa splash blood and stand in front of the corpse, in theory it would be like this case.
It's not about fainting, it's just paralyzing. But if that's true, wouldn't Kurakawa see the culprit?
That's true, but if you use a tool that can hide your identity, it's not a problem at all. Still, it's a bit strange that Kurokawa doesn't tell us what happened to her, but...
Wait a second. I have a problem with, a problem other than this. Once you use the anesthetic gas, you mean moving two people from the lab to the record room, right? Even if there's only one, isn't it difficult to move two people all by yourself?
I agree as well. Besides, in that short time before we came up,
The anesthetic gas was used in the lab. That means two people were in the lab and were brought to the record room, just as it was mentioned. It is difficult to move one person, but it would be a challenge to move two in a short time. But it won't be impossible. There must be a shortcut to move two people at once. The proof is,
in the cart.
yeah, the cart. But I thought the cart could only move one, so the cart could only move one person, but...
Well, you could like easily just like drop one person off and then go get
Yeah.
the other one quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably just is the cart. Is
これだ
it?
よ
Yeah, it is, okay. No, there's an easy way to transport two people on your own. You just need to use this cart.
A cart?
I told you that cart was going to be relevant somehow when we first saw it in the lab.
Yeah.
And you also did point out the records room would probably be the apex of the case.
Yeah.
So we were both kind of on point with some things.
Yeah, I mean, some things are just kind of obvious by this point once you've played enough Danganronpa games.
Yeah. Haven't you seen it when you searched the records? There was a cart that was supposed to be used to transport something. And it was also bloody.
Ah, I remembered. Wasn't that originally at the entrance to the lab?
That's right. Surprisingly, the place where the anesthetic gas was supposed to be deployed was also the lab. I can think of only one possibility, that the cart in the lab got blood-stained after being used in the records.
In order to move Kisaragi and Kurakawa,
That's right. If you use the cart to transport it, you can easily move two people without any effort. By raising Kurokawa, including Kisaragi's corpse, they were able to overturn the charges against
おかし
Kurokawa.
いと思うんだけど
Oh, hello. Hold on a minute.
Karasito Mondakedo.
I'm trying to think, like, are we implying that Kisaragi is not dead at this point? Or are we saying he is dead?
It sounds like they imply that he is dead, but Kurakawa wasn't.
No. Yeah.
But because of the gas, they killed him in the lab and then used the gas to knock her out. Is what it,
I'm still trying to think of what could have killed him at this point.
yeah.
I'm trying to think what could even do that.
Yeah, I don't think we really have a murder weapon
No, we don't.
pointed out yet.
Wait, you've been talking like a cool guy for a while now, but can you think that much? Well, what's wrong with her? Was something wrong with me? If, as you say, the case was so easy, I wouldn't say anything. However, there's a fallacy in your claim. Please don't confuse me with incorrect information. Just stay still. All right. What are you doing? I have to remember how to do this. Okay. Counter argument. Time to slash teacher words. That's funny. Okay, I'm trying to remember like how I. Is slice just X?
I think it was, yeah, wasn't it like X to regular slash and shift to use the sword?
I'll just do this. Okay. Okay, Z is the regular slash, truth blade.
I use the arrow keys. So.
Okay, yeah, let's change the arrow keys. Okay, use the blade as shift. Okay, shift. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, let's see what we got here. Chest hole, Kisaragi's message, the handbook, rec room door, bloody cloth. I don't know what that. We didn't even see the door. Chest hole, the cart was for sure. But was it originally the object in the laboratory? I gotta go faster than that. The rec room said. Ballroom camp. I literally got all that, dude. Password to use to go to the ballroom. The street road, yeah. Oh, come on, I was mashing as fast as I could on that, dude. As long as there's evidence of the card, it should be clear that it was used for transport. But McCar's argument's not wrong either. Because it's true the cart was in the records. It's certainly unrealistic to climb a bedrobe with a cart carrying 2 people, but the cart was still found in the record room.
Mm-hmm.
If so, maybe that is. Maybe it's that.
Okay, before you start the mini game again,
yeah.
Okay, let's think about what the thing said. So,
what if you I'm trying to think. If you couldn't carry the cart up the bedsheet, you had to go in the door.
mm-hmm.
But you couldn't get in. If we presume that Kisaragi was dead at this point,
yeah,
Mikako is still alive and in the cart.
Mm-hmm.
If you moved the cart through the door, you couldn't get in. Once Mikako's body crossed the door, the barricade would close.
Yeah.
So you would have had to slide. You would have had to like push the cart through the barricade and then go in the other way.
Yeah.
Up the sheets.
Yeah. Which would be possible. If the sheet was already set up beforehand. Unless Makako set up the sheets beforehand and was going to use them to escape the scene of the crime after leaving the body in the records room.
Mm-hmm.
With the because then no one would have been able to like figure out how to get in there. It's likely,
Yeah.
unless they were told how to.
Yeah. It is suspicious that Monokuma knew how to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least he knew there was another way to get in.
Yeah, I mean, if he saw whoever used the bedsheet to get in there in the first time.
Yeah, he would have seen it, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he didn't know before, but then like someone else figured it out and he just saw them figuring it out.
Yeah. Let's see. That evidence, I got it from someone might be helpful to this. What were my blades again?
Yeah.
It's not chest hole. It's not the message, I'm pretty sure. Handbook? I guess that's it.
Probably the handbook.
Yeah. It's the password, whichever one that is.
Yeah.
Was it shift? It was shift, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
その言葉
Oh, yeah!
決してみせる
Haha, I did it. Wait, Makaro, what if it wasn't actually like that? What? Take a look at this. Do you know what this is? 0430. What is this number? Moreover, this is bloody, right? You don't mean... That's right. It's the password to the records.
What, Maida? Did you know the password?
No, I'm still not sure. I haven't been able to check if it's the real password for the records, but I think the chances are high. Where did you find it? When I was investigating, Kurokawa gave it to me. Right? Yeah, she's just... Please give me an answer.
Then Makako-chan knew the password?
Well, I don't know about that, because Kurokawa also found it on Kisaragi's body.
And there's a possibility that the culprit also got the password from Kizaragi.
That's right.
If you go in and out of the records through the front door, wouldn't it be easy to transport two people by cart from the lab to the records? That's incredible, Maeda-kun. It seemed like the method of the crime has been finally grasped. So now, if we only could identify the criminal...
Is that really true? I think we're getting into what I said about, like, the door.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean, Makaru?
I kept thinking it was suspicious. But I'm getting more and more suspicious now.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's that the culprit is talking about someone. Yuki Maeda, that's you.
What are you getting at here? Huh? What are you getting at here? This is kind of confusing me here. Oh, we're already at the halfway point. Well, that was short.
Yeah.
That was short, dude. By comparison to 3 and 4, that was short. Oh, well, at least it might be a short stream today. Yeah, we're not even well, we're barely over an hour into this thing.
Yeah.
Into this stream here.
Looks like the playthrough for the next part takes about like an hour and 20.
Okay.
Recording.
The culprit?
Yeah, why is it like this all of a sudden?
To be honest, I've been suspicious of this guy since the incident. Well, we know it's not us. We couldn't have done that. I mean, physically, we know we didn't do it.
However, since the alibis were so difficult for the case itself, I could not make sure with certainty. But Maeda, revealing that password was a wrong move. You went and dug your own grave.
No, wait. Why would you doubt me? I didn't do anything.
If you don't know, I'll tell you. The most difficult issue that bothered us in most in our alibis was the whereabouts of Mikako Kurokawa. Right. Then Mikako Kurokawa went to investigate the 5th floor before Yamato Kisaragi left the dining hall.
But the one who said that was you. Well, yeah, I mean... Well, yeah, I mean, no one else saw her, I guess. The rest of us, except for Maeda, have no way of knowing what Mikako Kurokawa was doing. Now, do you get it?
Huh?
That means... You mean Maeda-kun lied?
What are you talking about?
There's no evidence. If you're the killer, you can manipulate Mikako Kurokawa's whereabouts to your liking. For example, he may have lured Yamato Kisaragi to the 5th floor by falsely claiming she went to the 5th floor.
I guess we don't know for sure she was up there, I mean...
Yeah.
All we know is that she said she was going up there. We didn't see for sure that that's actually where she went, but... But instead, Mikako Kurokawa might have been caught in another place, excuse me. Why would I do that? There's no benefit.
Then what's the notebook with the password on it? You got it from Mikako Kurokawa? Don't you think that's too convenient? If it was handed over to you during the investigation, why didn't you say anything?
I don't know, I just told you the truth. If you're suspicious, you can ask her.
Mikako-chan, is that true?
Are you avoiding our ass?
Kurokawa?
Either way, there's something else that you're suspicious about. When we all followed Kisaragi to the 5th floor, you were the last one to arrive. In other words, even if we've been together all this time, when you finally arrive on the 5th floor, your alibi disappeared for a short time.
Well, the blood was already there, though. Even before they got there. If they got up there before we did, then the blood was still already there. So something that clearly already happened. So yes, to give a proper example, it would be possible to go into Kurokawa's private room from the dormitory in the meantime. Install the rope in the ballroom, leave the door open, and so on. The whereabouts of the key will need to be discussed in more detail, of course. Hold on a minute, isn't it strange that the sheets were hung on the ballroom back then? By the time we got to the 5th floor, it was already after the incident, right? It's not weird at all. If you knew the password, you wouldn't have to go into the record room through the hallway. So in conclusion, the bed sheets in the ballroom were a camouflage. You thought that by receiving the password from Mikako Kurokawa would strengthen her Mikako's suspicions. It's rather counterproductive to show it here, don't you think? No, why do you think I'm the culprit? I mean, I don't know the password. I really got it from Kurokawa. And as Makaru said, even if you go into the ballroom or leave the door wide open while you have an alibi for a short time, the crime itself is impossible. Because the incident had already happened when we arrived on the 5th floor.
Makaru, Maeda is right. No matter how much you prepare to commit a crime, the person who killed in the end becomes the blackened. Hatano used that point to become the blackened instead of Taira.
The person who killed last after preparing everything becomes the blackened? I see. Teruya, you did a good job. That could also be a reason Maeda is a suspect in reverse. What do you mean? Simply put, they may be accomplices. Maeda, who did the final blow to Kisaragi, and Mikako Kurokawa, an accomplice, prepared for the crime. If you do this, the contradiction in this case can also be explained.
What? Kurokawa was an accomplice?
That can't be. Neither Kurokawa or me have a reason to kill. And even though Kurokawa can act as an accomplice, it's impossible for me to deliver the final blow to Kisaragi. Yeah, I'm still also wondering what the motive was.
Yeah.
Because Monokuma never explicitly stated what it was, just that there was one.
Yeah.
He didn't say exactly what it was. That's right, because we don't even know the weapon yet. Really? There's no law saying you have to be there in order to deliver the final strike. It was the same act with the science lab. Now, that's kind of what you were saying, that it was like a remote kill. It's like, I forgot that technically Kanata wasn't physically killed by Kenji. It was like he set up so the electrocution would kill her instead.
Yeah.
When Uehara killed Inori, isn't it?
Remote killing, that was it.
Then what was, still wondering what was used to kill him.
Yeah.
So obviously it was some kind of like, it's gotta be something really specific that could just rip a hole in his chest and nothing else.
Yeah.
Yamato Kisaragi's corpse had no ordinary wound. The huge hole was enough to pierce the entire body. Most likely the weapon was a bomb. Wouldn't a bomb, like, blow up most of his body? And bombs are relatively optimal for remote killing. There isn't a single reason for the perpetrator to face the victim. How would they have done that to him, though? Like, how would they have, like, attached a bomb to him? Or unless the bomb was just in a certain place and they knew he was there. I'm still kind of confused. No way, Maeda-kun is the culprit?
But there's no contradiction in Makaru's words.
Because I'm the culprit? How did this happen? Because of showing the password? And why is Kurokawa keeping quiet? Yeah, she's screwing us over. Like, she's pulling a Kyoko, essentially.
and just kind of
Yeah.
screwing us over. Whether it's inadvertently or completely vertently, I don't know. It will be difficult if this goes on. I'm not the culprit. If they vote for me like this, everyone will die because of an incorrect answer. I have to prove my innocence at whatever the cost for everyone. Okay, what do we got? Nakaka, private room, laboratory, rec room door, everyone's alibi, Monokuma file, dying message. Oh, we got a lot here. Nakaka Kurokawa isn't accomplished. The case can be explained. Like, the culprit is Nakaka Kurokawa, but it was Yuki Maeda who installed the bomb. If she performs all kinds of tricks, not only the final blow is done by Maeda, Yuki Maeda's culprit theory is a certain possibility. Transporting them with the anesthetic gas in the cart would be mentioned as something Kurokawa could do. Then the murder itself was done by Yuki? But why Maeda? The motive is unknown, but it's the most likely explanation. If Yuki and Kurokawa are in cahoots, they knew the password to the record room, right? Then Yuki decorated the dance hall and they had just entered the record room. Meanwhile, Kurokawa going in and out of the records did all the back work. And for us, they made it look like Nakaka was the culprit. He cleverly escapes the charges with a well-crafted trick. I don't know what I'm supposed to be shooting here, or what I'm supposed to be... I'm the culprit, Kurokawa's an accomplice. That's ridiculous. Where's the benefit of being an accomplice in the first place? For that, I have to convince everyone somehow. There must still be facts that I know and others don't about the case. There might be a clue to an objection. What is it? I'm trying to think like what I know and others don't know what it is. We know that. I don't even think that's anything. The only one I can think of is the message, but Ray saw it too. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to shoot here. I presume it's probably something that whatever Teruya said, but I'll try shooting this at something. No, that wouldn't work there.
Okay. Before you restart it, let's stop and think about
Yeah, that's fine.
this.
Okay.
Okay, what does he say here? So, okay. For that, I have to convince somehow.
There must be some facts I know and others don't about the case. But none of the bullets give us anything that no one else knows. Like, there's like maybe like one thing that Ray knows, but everything else you've already used.
Yeah. What was that thing about the rec room door?
I don't think that was anything. I don't think that was a bullet at all. Yeah, I don't think that was a bullet at all. We didn't even go there.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I don't think we went to the rec room.
Trying to figure out what Tori meant by meanwhile Kurokawa going in and out of the records did all of the back.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I wish I could like stop and see what the rec room door
I don't think we have. I still don't think we ever used that. Like, we ever went there. I'm trying to think of, like, what this could possibly be here.
Yeah.
Let me think. Door. I'm trying to think what the... Unless it's a mistranslation, that means like ballroom door or something. Unless it was like a mistranslation.
Okay, let's think about like the rules of the door.
Oh, unless it's like record room door and it's just abbreviated.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, because like, okay, I know.
Yeah,
this is what I was
yeah.
talking about earlier. About like the door, like because Ray mentioned that the rules are only one person can be in the rec room at one time. The door will only open if the password is used, and the third one is the barricade will come down if more than one person is detected in the room.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have to use that on what Teruya said.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, see, that's bad. Like that's I think that is not really our fault. Because, like, there is a room called Rec Room in this building.
Yeah. Yeah, that's supposed to be the record room door.
Yeah, that's bad. I don't think that's our fault.
Yeah, I can see how, like, that they accidentally did... They had to, like, shorten it, though, because otherwise it wouldn't have fit on the bullet.
Yeah.
Because, in Korean, that would have been a much... like a more compact writing system.
Oh, shoot! I said fire! There we go, fire.
それは違うよ
Yeah, I stand by that that's not our fault. Even though this is sort of what I was getting at, that's not our fault. Wait, that's impossible. It makes no sense to commit the crime into the records.
Oh, what do you mean? If you knew the password, why wouldn't you go in?
No, there's one thing you guys don't know about the records. Oh yeah, I guess Ray didn't tell Akane and Teruya about it.
Yeah.
The records do not open by simply knowing the password.
How then?
I learned this when the 5th floor was opened after Satsuki's execution, but there are a few rules regarding access to the records. First, only one person can enter the record room. Second, it won't open if someone's already inside. And third, if 2 or more enter at the same time, a bulkhead will come down. A bulkhead wall comes down. Unless you follow this rule, the door will not open even if you enter the password correctly.
What the heck are those? I didn't know those rules. Wait, aren't you lying again to get away from the suspect list?
No, this is a fact. I heard with Makaru when we first investigated the 5th floor. Makaru, I don't think you've forgotten, have you? What Maeda says is true. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but it's probably true since Monokuma informed us. As long as these rules exist, it's impossible for Kurokawa to act as an accomplice. I mean, I guess Monokuma could have just been lying to us. That's the rules of the door. I don't know if that's true, but I guess he could have just been lying to us.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, not just Kurokawa, it's impossible for anyone. As long as Kisaragi is in the record room, entering or leaving the records is impossible. Well, that's provided that he's still alive. Yeah, that does make sense. Maeda-kun is not the culprit. I imagine that Ray's gonna say it wouldn't matter if he was dead at this point.
Yeah. Wait, just because you can't enter through the front door of the records doesn't mean the possibility of a crime disappears, right? You could have entered through the ballroom. If you can't get in when someone is inside, don't you have to do the groundwork first, then put only Kisaragi in there?
That's... No, if it becomes that much trouble, the chances are rather low. They'll be caught up on the 5th floor before they can even finish the job. If that's so, it didn't take that long for us to get to the 5th floor.
So you're saying that all this reasoning we've been doing is just a guess?
I think we are kind of screwed in that way, where there's no real way to prove anything unless Kurokawa stops shutting up.
Yeah.
I think we are kind of screwed at this point. Like, there's no way to directly prove anything if she doesn't tell us anything. I think we are kind of screwed, which is not good.
Yeah.
Well, me being the culprit and Kurokawa the accomplice, I was shocked because it was so sudden. There's no benefit from being an accomplice, and there's no reason for me to kill. What are you talking about, Maeda? Why is there a period there? The charges against you have not been resolved yet. What? I obviously heard about the records with you, but I think you forgot one important detail. Yeah, that is what I was talking about just then. Do you not remember? When we were given the explanation, Monokuma made it clear. It checks the heart rate of the person inside in order to limit the entry. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
If he's dead, one person could have gone in there. If Kisaragi was dead already.
Really? So, what do you mean?
The door does not open when someone is inside. However, the condition doesn't apply if that person inside is a corpse. That's what I thought. It's not about distinguishing whether what is human, but a human whose heart is beating. Then that means...
That means that Kisaragi was already in the record room. It sounds like you can go in and out by yourself if you know the password.
Then... Am I right, Monokuma?
Yeah, that's right. Theoretically, more than 2 people can fit in the archive if the person inside is already dead, or someone can have their heart stopped on purpose.
What? What does he mean by that? How can you have your heart stopped on purpose?
Certain drugs will temporarily cause your heart to stop.
I did not know that.
Yeah. What was it? There's some show or something. I was like a mystery show where that was part of the the mystery. Like someone used a special drug to stop their heart to throw off something.
Scooby-Doo. Probably not. I doubt there's
what it was, but
I doubt there's drugs in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but that is something that I've seen in another show where they tricked someone by using drugs to temporarily stop their heart for a few minutes.
Okay. Well then, do you have anything else to object to, Yuki Maeda?
I was skeptical at first, but if the evidence supports it up to this point, the only culprit is Yuki.
Is this a lie? Maeda-kun, you committed a murder? Wait a minute, wait. No, really, I'm really innocent, excuse me. Makaro, think again. Do I really look like a murderer? Look straight at me in the eyes and say it. Maeda, to be honest, I still have a lot of questions, and I'm not convinced. But there is no answer other than this reasoning. long as my life is at stake, I can't get involved in trivial emotions.
First, I knew Kirikawa had to be the culprit. Yet, the actions of leaving evidence on your own hands doesn't explain that kind of behavior.
I like how we just, like, left Kurokawa, like just thinking it just outright isn't her,
Yeah.
when we didn't even conclude that it wasn't.
Yeah. Although, if it is her, giving Yuki the password to the room would be a really good misdirect here.
Yeah, if it was
Because
her.
all of this hinges on Yuki having the password to the room.
Yeah.
And since Hirakawa won't say anything, he can't prove that he didn't have that password before the incident took place.
Yeah. No, this isn't. Wait. Kurokawa. Kurokawa, don't stay still and say something. You two are being called an accomplice. You are the only one who can prove my innocence. Don't you guys think it's weird too? Originally, she spoke few words, but in this class trial, she's been strangely speechless. It's strange that she doesn't say a word even when she's being accused of being an accomplice. Well, I do admit that. Kurokawa, I'm begging you, please. This is not my... If this ends in my death, it will mess everything. I'm not the culprit, and you're not an accomplice either, so please tell them something. Kurokawa? Excuse me.
Stop it, Maeda. I believe it's over now.
You really are screwing us over. Like, that's such a dick move. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, what are you talking about, Mikako-chan?
I'm sorry for keeping quiet, but I can't deceive you anymore. I will tell you all the truth now.
Then why couldn't you do that earlier?
I don't know. This whole thing is very fishy.
No, it is. Excuse me.
Kurikawa? You have a different tone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not speaking in her, like, weird,
Pausing.
pause. It is as you guys guessed. I am the accomplice who caused the murder by helping Yuki Maeda. What was that?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Huh?
He said, ouch, ouch, ouch. What?
I don't know what that was. What? Kurokawa? What are you talking about now?
Yuki, you instructed me not to say anything.
That's bull, dude. That's bull.
But it seems there is no more escape now.
I mean, what do we have to, like, prove that we actually did that besides her just saying it? I mean, it is obvious that, like, you know, she could be lying, too. Like, I mean, like, what proof do you actually have that he did that?
Yeah.
Wait a moment. He told you not to talk? That doesn't sound right. And you're not using your slow tone as usual. What kind of change is this all of a sudden?
I don't know what to say because it's unfair to me, but I'm one of the victims.
No, you're not.
Yuki did something to me. I felt threatened. I had no choice but to do as Yuki told me.
What? What are you on about? Nonsense. Maeda-kun.
Threatened? By Maeda?
Hold on. So that means You were intimidated by Yuki Maeda, so you had no choice but to help in the crime. And you were accused of committing a crime against yourself, and you were used as much as he could. That's kind of sus, considering she hasn't been intimidated by anything.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, why would you believe that Yuki, of all people, could intimidate someone so stoic like her?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she was intimidated when Ray yelled at her.
Yeah.
Like, how can you believe that Yuki could do something, like, worse than what Ray was doing?
Yeah.
But after our reasoning, when Yuki Maeda was put in a corner, did you mean that you decided to betray Yuki who no longer seemed likely to win and tell the truth?
Yes, if Yuki loses to trial, you will live, and Yuki will be executed.
It says I will live.
Oh, I will live, and Yuki will be executed. If that's the case, it's okay, even if you catch the blackened.
If so, why didn't you reveal it in the first place? That is fair. Like if he was gonna die anyway, like what would have been the point of her being an accomplice and Yuki winning? Like she would have just died with everyone else.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if she was told not to say anything, if she did something in the trial, it wouldn't matter. Because Monokuma wouldn't allow the violence, and she could have just done it right away. Like, yeah, that's kind of dumb. Like, that's kind of suspicious that, like, if you could have just done that in the first place.
Yeah. I was scared. Yuki's terrifying fear was imprinted in me.
That's stupid. That just sounds stupid.
Yeah. I couldn't open my mouth. And at the time of the incident, according to Yuki's plan, I was accused of being the culprit. I thought that you wouldn't believe me if I insisted like that.
Well, that's for certain. In that situation, if you claim that someone else is the culprit, your suspicion would only increase.
Now it's all over. Maeda's disappointment is so great that he doesn't even have the energy to speak anymore. Let's finish this. Voting time.
Wait! Something is wrong. Nikako-chan is being strange and everything is weird. Can't we think about it again? Let's talk a little more. Okay. Thank you, Akane, for actually having some reason here.
Yeah.
Oh, they broke the bullet? What the heck? That's weird. That's never happened before. Wait a minute, something is wrong with this. It is not. Now that the accomplice came out, it is the fact. The reticle's not moving anymore on its own. Yuki Maeda is the killer. What about the weapon? We don't even know what the weapon was. We already
experienced a room. Okay.
Sorry.
Besides, even if it was a real bomb, it would be difficult to find traces or something.
If that's the case, then it would be impossible. But if it's an installation of the bomb, it's impossible to leave your private room wide open. The rest of us don't even know the password. Level Up Kurokawa has admitted that she cheated being an accomplice. Stop it, Akane. As you guys said. Maeda had a set-up bomb on the 5th floor. He detonated the bomb and killed Yamato Kisaragi. This is the truth. So I guess we literally can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally, it's literally not doing anything. Wait, so I literally can't do anything. Can I actually fire anything?
So how do we get through this thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Unless it literally is just I have to lose all my health and die. Yeah, I can't fire anything. It won't let me fire at all.
Maybe a story event will like end it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I literally do just have to die, like lose all the health. Oh, here we go. Oh, Akane's saving us here.
Akane trying to save us here.
Wait, Maeda-kun is not the killer.
How long are you gonna stick for him? We're not the ones who give the answer. It's the evidence and reasoning. The evidence is showing the answer.
No, you guys said it, didn't you? Maeda-kun was the one who installed the bomb and gave the final blow. But it's impossible for Maeda-kun to install anything.
Why?
If Maeda-kun did install something, he must have done it the day before the incident, right? But yesterday, the day before the incident, I was on the 5th floor from morning until night. I searched every room as hard as I could.
What did you say? Don't lie to us.
Well, she did say she was doing that.
Yeah.
No, it's not 100% reliable, but it's credible. I also saw Taira on the 5th floor for a long time yesterday, and she testified that even when the incident with Kinjo occurred, she came late to her private room by herself, and that she was on the 5th floor all day.
However, no one came to the 5th floor until I came down after completing the investigation, and there was no sign of anything installed. Which means no one, including Maeda-kun, did anything on the 5th floor the day before.
How can you guarantee that? You may have missed it, or you might have gone from one place for a while.
Wrong! Of course. I know my research skills are poor, but I can distinguish to a degree when a person's chest has been messed up.
I admit, it's my fault for acknowledging that you were desperately examining the 5th floor yesterday, knowing that you did. All day, it's a pity we can't prove it. But apart from this, I want to ask, why? Why are you covering for Yuki Maeda so much? Even though she already admitted that they're an accomplice and he's the culprit.
That's because I don't know. It's strange for Maeda-kun to be the culprit like this.
It's because Maeda is the culprit. Taira, do you have sympathy? That guy threatened me and made me an accomplice.
Maeda-kun!
Here we go. Oh, that one Kanata just randomly in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Maeda-kun, calm down and answer me. You didn't do anything wrong, did you? Yuki Maeda, keep your mind up. Calm down and look into my eyes. You didn't do anything wrong.
Oops, it's not advancing. Here we go. Did he turn it all? I don't know. Kane.
Yes, look me in the eye and tell me. You are not the culprit. Maeda-kun didn't do anything the day before the incident.
But Kurokawa...
Are you the culprit? No! Just tell me that.
Culprit? I threatened Kurokawa and killed Kisaragi? No, I didn't do anything. It's not me who's weird, it's Kurokawa. I'm not the culprit.
Maeda-kun.
There's something weird. I swear I didn't do anything.
There is something weird.
Yeah.
Kurokawa, like, brainwashed him or something.
Yeah. That is weird that he, like, just went brain dead there. Like, that's... Because he definitely got accused like that in the first trial with the room switch thing.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't freeze.
No, he didn't.
Like that.
Yeah, there's something...
It's almost like he couldn't even think about himself being...
Yeah, that's definitely weird.
Like, yeah, like he almost got, like, brainwashed into believing what Kurokawa said about him.
Yeah, like he was, like, hypnotized.
Yeah, that's
really
suspicious.
weird. Yeah. Not me who's suspicious, it's Kurokawa.
What's going on?
As Akane testified, I have no memory of installing anything on the 5th floor nor threatening Kurokawa. It's also true that Kurokawa said she was going to the 5th floor before breakfast this morning. Unless he was killed by some kind of remote method. At this point, even Maeda cannot commit the crime. That's right, Maeda-kun is not the culprit. On the contrary, Makako-chan, who suddenly gave us a strange testimony with such a frightening face, is very suspicious.
I think one of them must be lying.
Well, that's obvious.
Yeah. But who could that be?
I mean, do you trust the person who's been open with everybody the whole time, or the person who obviously knows more and won't tell us anything?
Yeah.
I mean, who would you trust in this scenario? I mean...
Yeah, definitely Maeda.
Yeah. Akane, I'm sorry. Thanks to you, I woke up. It's all thanks to you. Thank you, Akane, for actually saving our butts there.
Yeah.
She's grown on me a lot after Chapter 2 when she really frustrated me.
Yeah.
Like, I actually like her as a character now. She's definitely a lot more likable to me than the other Akane.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely more useful.
Yeah.
There's no big deal. No need to apologize.
That's ugly, Maeda. Do you even want to kill us and go outside too?
What?
Because of your usual behavior, the others took care of you and defended you. I hope you like that. But I'm not succumbing to your threats. I'll uncover the truth with everyone and execute you.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely suspicious. She's never been like that with anyone else
Yeah.
that's been a culprit before. I think that's definitely suspicious. Like, I think that's definitely grounds to say that she's lying.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this, Makako-chan?
Chan, excuse me. I always go backwards on that.
Yeah.
It's Chan, it's not Chan.
Yeah. Taira, as you said, it looks like Maeda didn't do anything the day before, but it was at night time that Maeda placed the bomb on the 5th floor.
What?
Maeda secretly installed the bomb at nighttime so he could only do the kill the day before the incident. It's a fact that I heard directly from Maeda. It's all true. I carried out your reasoning, and the kill itself was done by Maeda.
Kurokawa, you really...
If that's true, Yuki is the culprit. Kane only camped on the 5th floor until nighttime.
I'm trying to think what happened after that. Well, yeah, then the whole thing with Kinjo happened after that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went straight back to our room.
When did we have that weird conversation with Kurokawa?
It was this morning.
It was this morning?
Yeah, because it was right before we went to the dining hall. She got like... Because remember, like, she got like we got like mad at her with that inner voice thing, and then she left.
Yeah.
And then we kind of snapped out of it. And we said we'd apologize later. Was that this morning? Or was that yesterday?
I
could
can't
have...
exactly remember.
I don't know. I thought that was this morning. Because we definitely saw her this morning.
Is that when she told us she was going up to the 5th floor?
That was this morning.
Yeah. Can't remember.
I don't know if the conversation where we blew up at her was yet this morning or the day before. I don't know. I might be misremembering, but I might have been the day before.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going. Maybe this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As Kurakawa said in the end, Yuki really installed the bomb.
No, we followed the nighttime rule.
Nighttime rule. You know that talking about that is useless, right? We've been discussing nighttime at the class trials many times. Up until now, without that coercion, our big alibis were completely useless.
Oh no, Maeda-kun. I desperately believe that Maeda-kun is not the culprit. I've used my head to limit and defend him. But if we come all this way to this...
Kane, it's not me.
Give up, Maeda. As long as I betrayed you as an accomplice, you can't escape no matter what you do. I fully acknowledge the crime.
Hold on. Mikako Kurokawa, aren't you a little weird?
What?
It's too aggressive. Obviously, as you said, you became a criminal. You must have been a victim of threats. Right now, the situation between you and Maeda is, on the contrary, putting pressure on Maeda to the point where you call him a villain.
That's how much my anger towards Maeda turned up. What he did to me. I'll tell you that detail after Maeda's execution.
I wonder who will be executed after a bit more time.
What?
Ray-chan, what do you mean? Mikako Kurokawa testified a little while ago. During the day, it was impossible to set up the bomb because of Taira, but it wasn't during the day, but at nighttime. That is a lie. Oh boy.
What? Kurakawa's side was lying?
I'm trying to think if something happened at night that would have cleared it. I don't know. Maeda, Taira, Atori, I must say I feel pity for you guys. From the day I decided to form a cooperative relationship with you, I've been imitating Kinjo's idea of monitoring you. Is she covering for us? I don't know.
Yeah.
Kinjo's idea? Uh-huh. I put a thread on you every time, or every night, to check your alibi during nighttime hours, just like he did during Hitano's class trial. Then Maeda-kun... About Maeda-kun going to the 5th floor at night. Yes, that's a lie. Yesterday at nighttime, Maeda's room was still. He didn't come out of his room at nighttime. Well, they never seen her make that face before.
Yeah. So what? Are you lying if you're the accomplice?
Well, perhaps the premise of being an accomplice was wrong. That's... you mean... Not an accomplice. An innocent person trying to escape by blaming me. They might be the real culprit.
Seriously? Kurakawa is the culprit? That's ridiculous.
Well, weren't you the one saying it from the beginning that she was?
Hattori has changed his mind like 5 times during this trial.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Teruya, at the beginning of the trial, you said there would be none other than Kurokawa. Yeah, you did.
That's at first I was, jumping over the edge. Wait,
Mikako-chan.
I'm not the culprit. The culprit is Maeda.
Like, what changed her personality here? Or, like, the way she's
Yeah.
talking? Like, what changed that? What a joke. If you'd rather stayed still, you'd testify that he moved at night. I heard it directly from Maeda. But the work I did on the door proves it's false. Maeda didn't do anything.
That's it. Maeda also knew that the thread was actually attached. He also went out and restitched the thread.
That's dumb. Like, how did he... There's no way he would have known that.
No.
That's interesting. I put a thread at the door at the exact 3.5 meter position on those 3 visiting mills. So you're telling me he knew exactly that and reattached at the same place, right?
That's right. Maeda calculated the exact height to which the thread was attached and reattached it at 3... Wait. This is me.
Yeah, it said
I
meters.
think it's
on the
supposed
first
to
one.
be... Yeah, I think it's supposed to... I think they meant centimeters. At 3.5 centimeters.
It's a lie to say it's at 3.5 centimeters, you fool. To fall into such a simple trap, are you still lying? Kurokawa, why? In order to drive me to be the culprit?
Noisy! 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 I'm not the culprit. Why is this happening? I can't die here.
Makako, you... Is this the Kurokawa Makako we know? Yeah, what happened to her?
No, I can't be the culprit. Stop, please. Stop asking me.
Kurokawa.
Oh, she's back to her old way of speaking.
Yeah.
I am not the killer.
どうして止まらないの
Okay. Oh. I'm still wondering what happened to her.
I'm not the culprit. I'm not the culprit. I'm not the culprit.
Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, what are we doing here? Counter argument showdown. Okay. Oh, the dying message. Okay. That's the only thing we can use. Okay. I'm not reading what she's saying right now. Is it literally just, I'm not the killer every time?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I should have hit it there.
Yeah, I think you were supposed to hit that one.
Yeah, okay, I should have. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know how far it was going.
Yeah.
It's weird that if she did kill him, how she didn't see the message. Unless it has something to do with, like, this change that she's in right now. Fire. Or slice, excuse me. No, that wasn't a fire, that was a slice, excuse me. I was wondering what the point of that was, that message.
Yeah.
Kurokawa, unfortunately, I have one more piece of evidence that says you're the culprit.
No, stop. Stop it.
It's this, the dying message. With the letters of Mikako written in blood on the lab. This is the proof that you're the culprit. There was a dying message?
There was such a thing. You should have told us sooner. I'm sorry, I only doubted Maeda.
I couldn't tell. Because no matter how you look at it, Kurokawa was the only one who could have committed the crime. Because there's so much obvious evidence left behind that we thought she wasn't the killer. In that situation, the dying message pointing to Kurokawa gives a rather odd idea that she wasn't the culprit. Yeah, but now things have changed. Maeda, who we thought was the culprit, is actually completely impossible to commit the crime. Because Mikako Kurokawa started to say gibberish. In some ways, she might even be more daring and smarter than other criminals. So are we implying that she made it, that it was her, that she made it look so obvious that it was, that it outright spread doubt that it wasn't?
I think that was her plan. Because like we talked about before, usually there's a, quote, obvious culprit
Yeah.
that isn't actually the culprit. But by obviously making it the person who you think it is, obviously you would immediately doubt that it's not that person.
Yeah.
Because it usually never is.
But to have someone actually do that, and actually like physically do that, like knowing that it would draw suspicion, like kind of having the audacity to point so much at themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really bold move.
Yeah, I can't say I tried. All right. Trying to be more daring than the other criminals. Because you left a lot of evidence that anyone could say it was you, so you rather escaped the suspect line very quickly. Or cleverly, excuse me. It's a reinforced version of what Satsuki came out at the same time when the trial started at the previous one. That's what I was saying, I think, off-stream last time.
Yeah.
That Satsuki kind of supplanted that, or subverted that, by actually being the culprit after revealing it really early. But because of her personality, no one believed her. Because everyone presumed she was just, for lack of a better word, clowning around. I need a rim shot for that. I need a rim shot for that one.
Isn't it too much of a guess? The only culprit in the world saying that they're the culprit and leaving evidence so openly. It's not a guess, it actually worked. She left the suspect line and waited for our reasoning to reach its peak, so that one innocent victim is pointed out in the end. If you reach this stage, you will self-proclaim to be the accomplice role who became a victim. They didn't let the person who was identified as the culprit even gamble. What? What? What was that? Huh? You kind of cut out there.
You were breaking up on Discord.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't hear you for about a minute there.
Oh, sorry. Oh, so you missed my pun. Do you hear my pun?
Yeah.
So,
No,
did you hear the
I
pun?
couldn't hear anything.
Oh, shoot. So you missed my pun.
No.
So I was saying that,
Yeah.
So what I was kind of saying was that, you were talking about the red herring thing, and then I said that we talked off stream that I mentioned that Satsuki kind of subverted that last chapter by actually being the culprit, just despite announcing it really early. And then I said, but no one believed her because they thought, for lack of a better word, she was clowning around, so to speak. And then I said, I need a rim shot, and then I just continued reading the text.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, you went all robotic voice for some reason.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So then I just kept
Completely
reading.
garbled all your audio for like a minute for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't do anything, so. And then I just kept reading the text.
It sounded fine on stream, but for some reason it wouldn't come through on Discord for a minute.
Oh well.
Either way, it's fixed now. So.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, the culprit even gamble, excuse me.
But this was thanks to him. Maeda, who did nothing wrong, became the culprit. My apologies, Maeda. No, there's no need to for apologies.
But it really was Kurokawa the murderer. Unbelievable.
Actually, I thought it was too difficult to go back. Mikako Kurokawa also has a good motive. The motive?
Okay, here we go. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was really curious about. What was the actual motive?
Yeah.
Think about what motive Monokuma came up with this time. Monokuma introduced the transfer student. So you were right, it was him being introduced. So it is likely that Monokuma did try to screw her over by introducing him, who he knew they had a connection with.
Yeah.
The transfer student named Yamato Kisaragi and said that he was the motive itself. Did he really say that?
Pretty much.
Okay, I guess so.
Not explicitly, but he heavily implied that.
Yeah. And the reaction of Mikako Kurokawa as soon as she saw the transfer student was unique. Watching that reaction had nothing to do with Yamato Kisaragi, it was Monokuma's reaction. How about that? Now it's you who's cornered, Mikako Kurokawa. I have a lot to ask you before you die, so you better answer to us.
Wait. I can't die. If I die, I must not die here.
You can't die, What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about that. It's just the culprit's ramblings. No. You can't do this, you guys.
She's bleeding in her eyes again.
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, what is that? What's wrong?
Not yet. There's a problem left to be solved.
What?
If I'm the culprit, how did I leave open my own door then?
Yeah, it's a valid question. It's like,
Yeah.
I still think it's just Monokuma opened it to screw us up, screw her over.
It would have to be. Because literally no one else could do it.
Yeah. I still think it was probably her that killed him. But I still think it was Monokuma who opened the door.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it literally couldn't be anyone else.
Yeah.
Because no one else could have taken the key.
Yeah. Besides, you don't even know the exact material of the weapon was made of. Yeah, we still haven't found the
weapon.
murder weapon yet.
Yeah.
This is annoying. Even if we don't know such trivial things, it's already certain that you are the culprit.
No, I'm sorry, but that's what we said. Leaving the private room door wide open aside from other things.
I can't die now. I can't die like this. If you can't solve the mystery, you can't admit I'm the culprit.
Do we have to come all this way just to guess again? Assuming that Mikako Kurokawa is the culprit, if we look back at the case, we might find something we missed.
We better come up with a complete answer. I'll do my best with my brain going all out.
Kurokawa. Then, now that the alibi problem has been resolved, the most urgent problem is the murder weapon. Wait, what? Oh, now he's screwing us over.
Leave it until there.
Yeah, I figured he was gonna do some bullshit.
You knew he was gonna pull this.
Yeah, I told you. I said that was gonna happen. I told you.
Yeah.
I said that on recording last time.
Yeah.
I said he was gonna do some bullshit like this.
Yeah. It's gonna close the trial early because we started late.
So who's dead? It is kind of clever that it's in reverse, that now the suspicion's pointed on the person who was the accuser, and not us.
Yeah. Time's up! It's time to vote!
Dude, I mean, odds are she's not actually gonna die. If they are going along with the first game, they're gonna take her to an execution and she's gonna live somehow.
I don't know.
Maybe. Well, maybe not. It was technically only Makoto's luck that saved him.
Yeah.
What?
Literally out of time. It seems that discussion was not over, but unfortunately this class trial is over.
What is this? Are you kidding me now? This has never happened before.
I'm not kidding. Are you? Either way, time's over. Class trial is over. We're closed. Ding, ding, ding. No. Wait, something is wrong here. I can't admit this. This is not true. Was she really set up?
I don't know.
by Monokuma.
Maybe. So, are we? So we're done. You know,
Okay, we're done.
so
Apparently.
So who's actually gonna be accused here? I guess her. Oh, we got 142 for that. Nice. We got Let me think. What's National Dex 142? I'm trying to think. I know the Kanto Dex pretty well. I'm subtracting from 151. So 150 is Mewtwo, 49 Dragonite, 47 Dragonair, 46 Dratini, 45 is Moltres. Articuno will be the next. I think it's Snorlax is 142. It's either Snorlax or Aerodactyl is 142. So it's the only.
It is Aerodactyl.
Yeah, I knew it was Snorlax or Aerodactyl.
Yeah.
Ah, that's some genius right there.
Yeah.
I like Aerodactyl. It's one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon.
Anyway, time over. It's time over. It's your own fault for sticking around for so long. What's he trying to pull with this?
Yeah, what is he doing?
He's trying to hide some kind of secret or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you get the results? I can't do much, so please vote with the switch in front of you based on what you've deduced so far. Oh yeah, I'm stressed once again. Invalid votes are an immediate punishment. I can't tolerate it, understand?
So yeah, she probably is screwed. Because we couldn't reason with it, and Akane defended us so much that she's not going to vote for Makako. Ray logically is not going to vote for Makako. Is going to vote for Makako. Akane is. There's 5 of us, so 3 votes. If only 2 people are voted for, 3 votes kills 1 person.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Teruya would do. I think he's probably convinced it is her now.
Yeah.
So what we vote for doesn't matter. I don't know.
Then, as a result of the vote, who becomes the blackened? And the answer, will it be the right answer or the dreadfully wrong one? Now, what's it gonna be?
I had to come in on that. So I guess we are voting, so someone's dead. So
Okay.
I guess they did vote for her. So who's getting it? Is it Makako? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, I guess it did save me in a way where I wouldn't be angry that it wasn't us that got it, because they did change that from the first game where it's not the pro tag who gets it. Oh boy, dude. Wait, unanimously?
Good. The vote ended unanimously.
Is that implying she voted for herself when she was so adamant it
Yeah.
wasn't?
Yeah, she did.
That's weird.
The blackened chosen was the correct answer, Makako Kurakawa. She was the blackened who killed the victim, Yamato Kizaragi. We didn't even do the wrap up thing. at
You're right,
all.
we didn't. I don't think you do that in the 5th trial of the first game either.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hmm.
We didn't even do the bullet time battle.
Mm. Yeah.
You're right. That just flew over my head that we didn't do that. Well, because
Yeah.
we weren't done yet. That's why we didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, she just ended it and it's already over.
Dude. What's gonna happen? Correct answer? The culprit who killed Kisaragi was Kurokawa? Of course we had come to that conclusion, but... why? What is this indescribable feeling?
No, it shouldn't be like this. Something like this should have never have happened. Now, shall we go straight away with the punishment time?
Now? Wait a minute, aren't you in a hurry? At least give us a little time to talk.
No. Ah.
Uh,
Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Makako Kurokawa, the ultimate exorcist.
Wait, as Maeda-kun said, you're in too much of a hurry. Didn't you give us more time in the previous trials?
Oh, did I? I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, the culprit has been determined, so I'm just trying to execute them. Well, there's something I don't understand. What's with the timeout?
yeah, it's a good question. Can we send Kurokawa away like this? Kurokawa killed Kisaragi. Perhaps this is true, because Monokuma admitted that it was the correct answer. However, something is strange. After the character of Yamato Kisaragi appeared, something has obviously been twisted. Yeah, it is like introducing him did target her because he knew that they had some kind of connection to each other.
Yeah.
And that it would kind of mess her up.
Yeah.
Whether or not he intended for Yamato to die, I'm not sure.
Yeah, and there's so many mysteries with the trial still left.
Yeah.
Like, how did he die? Why was there a piece of flesh just there?
What was Mikako doing with the knife?
Yeah, why did you have an unbloodied knife? Why
Why was she up
does
there in the
she,
first
like-
place?
why does she like bleed from her eyes every time she tries to talk about him?
Yeah.
Like, and obviously he had some kind of weird reaction to her as well.
Yeah, there's so much we don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, this is not good. To be fair, I did say that it was going to be these two who were the culprit and victim in the trial. Whether it was a kind of like usual trial or not, I don't think that matters. I did say it would be them,
Yeah.
and I was correct.
Mhm.
So, oh boy, in this murder class trial, Monokuma, Kurokawa, everything is twisted like a toothed cog. If this is the way it ends, if we let Kurokawa go without saying anything... Wait a minute. Hey, Makako Kurokawa. Calm down and answer. What's your identity? Tell us what you only know.
Ray-chan.
Ray literally thinks she's dead, so she's not going to let her die without the
Mhm.
answers.
Yeah.
For this moment, I don't give a damn if you're a murderer or anything. You obviously know something. You've been avoiding us all along, saying that you can't tell us, but... Are you really satisfied with that? Would you really be satisfied if you died doing nothing like this? When you drove Maeda, like a rapid-fire gun, you had guts. Say it like that time. Excuse me. Say it like that time. It's weird to try to pronounce that. Don't you guys like that too? If this woman dies like this, we might miss the chance to know the truth for the rest of our lives. Akaru.
I don't know anything in my life. I don't even know why we have to do this. We're going to stay here forever. I hate that. Kurokawa, I ask you from me as well, please, if you know something, can you please tell us?
Makako-chan.
I'm afraid it's no use anyway. Because Miss Kurokawa can't say anything.
So he probably did do something to her.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, literally. So, don't exhaust yourself. And let's go to punishment time quickly now.
Wait. Mikako Kurukawa. No, Mikako. We all know things have gotten weird, including you since we left the ballroom. Whether you knew it, whether you committed the murder, even if you're the mastermind, hope was handed to you by Satsuki. That's why, if you believe in hope, please tell me. I'm begging you like this, please.
Oh boy. What the people say. Can't you understand the bear? It's no use. I...
Oh, she coughed up blood. Ah, Makako-chan! Boing.
Whoa! No matter. Just give up and take the penalty already. No. I want to say...
Makako.
Huh? Wait a minute. I wanted to tell you everything I knew, but I couldn't. I wanted to tell you, but it's all too much. But now I'm going to go beyond life and death to pass it on to you guys. I'll tell you no matter what happens to me.
Is she implying that she thinks she's dead and is gonna tell us, like, from beyond the grave, like going with the exorcist thing of, like, her communicating with us after she's dead?
I don't know. If it ends like this, if I die without telling anything, then I won't be able to face Yamato ni.
Mikako, you...
Miss Kurakawa, that's really dangerous. Are you willing to die? Then I will be able to punish you. I can't say the details, but you said I could die here, right? Thanks to Yuki and everyone. Listen, this is a trap.
I think we put that together by now.
Yeah. Of the mastermind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we established that.
I believe in you guys. It wasn't a long time, but you guys became my friends. Believe in yourself. God believes in the hope you have in yourself. Hope. Hope never falls into despair.
Is she dead? What just happened? Did her head just blow up? What just happened?
Yeah.
It's just a moment. Mikako, who didn't speak softly and slowly as usual, but suddenly changed and didn't appear to be like she was when she accused me of being the culprit. It was like a reaction to the limit release. I heard a sound splat coming from her head. She literally fell apart. What? What?
Mikaru. I have to tell you about it. The mastermind has been with
I
us.
think we established that too.
Yeah. In all our events.
Yeah, I think we knew that.
That's the key.
Yeah, I think we established that, so. So I guess she's actually dead.
Yeah.
Mikako-chan. This girl has died. What? Mikako is dead? Since I knew since Kurokawa was the culprit who killed Kisaragi, the execution was definitive. And we knew she was going to die soon. But before being executed, the more she spoke, the more she collapsed, and then she dies? It's clearly strange for anyone to see. At the beginning, this case itself, the class trial itself felt very strange. But more importantly, in the end, I couldn't hear anything from Kurokawa and she left us.
You really are a stupid woman. You cut off your own lifeline. At one time, I really wanted to know what was going on, but she ended up stopping at the final part. I feel sorry for you guys. Well, to be honest, even if she does say it, it doesn't concern much to me.
This woman, Mikako, said that the mastermind is in our group. Mikako, as I expected. No, maybe not. She may have known a lot more than us. Monokuma. Who the hell was Kurokawa? The Kisaragi Foundation? What the hell is the truth? There's no way Monokuma can tell you that. And what's more certain now is, in the end, the Kisaragi and Kurokawa, who may have held the key to our situation in the end, means they left without hearing anything. Then, Kurokawa's identity, the identity of the mastermind, the identity of the Kisaragi Foundation has not been fully uncovered, even if the truth behind this murder, we are only facing the consequences of an empty shell. Damn it.
Yeah, we talked about this off stream, how even though we figured out the murder and we figured out clues, because these people are the ones who died, and Makako could only tell us that very little bit at the end. We're not really any closer to actually figuring out anything.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if we had Monokuma is clearly trying to cover up something
Yeah.
by rushing everything to the end.
Mm-hmm. And it was obvious, like I mentioned, that these two were the two that knew more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Whether or not Monokuma did something to them or not, it's obvious that they knew more than the rest of us, the other 5 of us who are still alive.
Yeah.
And because
it sounds like Kurokawa knew the identity of the mastermind to some extent.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah, and it implies they're still alive.
Yeah.
So it wasn't her or Kisaragi after all, so which I think we kind of established that it wasn't them.
Yeah.
Whether or not they were related to the mastermind or what the plan was, I mean, that's still up for debate, but I think we kind of figured it wasn't them who set everything up.
Okay, so if you were to bet money on everyone who's still alive, which I guess is just the 4 of them?
Well, Kenjo's still alive.
Kinjo, okay.
So 5.
5. Who would you say is most likely to be the mastermind out of the 5 that are remaining?
I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure I know 3 that it isn't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not Akane, I'm pretty sure it's not Teruya, and I'm pretty sure it's not Rei.
So you think either Kinjo or Maeda?
yeah, I think I think it's one of them, and I'm leaning more toward it being Maeda because of like I'm still really confused about these dreams, this inner voice that he seems to have, that it has a lot of these
Mhm.
dark impulses.
Yeah.
I'm leaning to maybe being him,
Hmm.
but even then, I'm not certain.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
It's gonna sound far-fetched, but I think Akane is actually kind of suspicious.
Hmm.
Because how do I put this? I think Maeda is maybe the like not an accomplice, but like a an acquaintance to the mastermind.
Yeah, because it did mention that he might know who it is.
Yeah. And it's obvious that Akane has some kind of deeper connection with Maeda for some reason.
Yeah. I think we have fully established that it's not Teruya and it's not Ray. I think we can kind of we
Yeah.
can kind of agree on that.
Yeah. And I only don't think it's Kinjo because Kinjo hasn't been there for everything.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I think that's why I was kind of thinking it wasn't him. The only reason I thought it might be was because we don't know a lot about the past. Maybe we did something like really bad, like we as like the class did something like really bad,
Mm.
and he's sort of like punishing us for it.
Yeah.
And because of the fact he erased his own memory, he forgot that he did that, which is why he's still so aggressive toward everybody.
Yeah.
But even then, like you're right, like with the whole he hasn't been involved in everything, like he's kind of been dead for most of this chapter.
Yeah. And he's been kind of incapacitated for a lot of other events.
Yeah, like for
too.
a lot of chapter 3's investigation, for chapter 4, he did a bunch of weird stuff, and then yeah, so I think you're right. So yeah, I think there's logic in both in what we're both saying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Okay. Yes. We remain unconvinced. Process disappears, only results remain. Dude, I really hate this music. Kind of making me sad, honestly.
Yeah. Anyway, I give a short break, but well, shall we start now?
Wait, what is he doing?
The execution.
But isn't she dead already?
I guess so.
Is he gonna like just destroy the body?
I guess so. It is pounding loudly. And loudly. Punishment time!
Huh? What?
What's wrong? It's punishment time!
But what does that mean? Kurokawa is already dead.
Does that matter? Whether you live or die, you have disturbed the order. And you should be punished. Punishment is not just a punishment, it's also called an example. Can't you stop? Will you blaspheme even the dead? Well, it's obviously he doesn't care about
Kurokawa.
especially not blaspheming the dead.
Well, yeah, 'cause
because
everybody
what
did
he
with
did
Maki.
with yeah.
Yeah. That was still so wrong.
Oh, yeah. This is the rule. You guys have been Miss Kurakawa's. You guys have seen Kurakawa's atrocities, didn't you? She is a villain who tried to survive by overturning the sins of the innocent and good. And a good boy, Maeda-kun, that wicked woman. He's obviously trying to hide something. Because why is he...
Yeah, sorry.
Why is he trying to, like, degrade her so much?
Yeah. Do you... I feel like I need to ask. Do you even though I don't think there's really any other conclusion right now, as of this exact moment, do you think that she actually killed Kisaragi? Because we know it wasn't any of the four of us. Do you think she actually killed him herself?
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think about how else he would have died.
Yeah. I think she was set up by Monokuma specifically so that both of them, specifically so that Kisaragi would die and that she would be blamed for it. Because he wants to cover up the identity of the mastermind still. And if they had come to what really happened, that would have been found, probably.
Yeah. So it's obvious Monokuma knows who the mastermind is.
Yeah.
Because I think I was talking about that off stream is, does Monokuma, if he is like truly autonomous and doesn't have to be controlled, does he know who the mastermind is?
Yeah.
I think I was talking about that last time.
Yeah. I think he does, and I think what he's doing here is actively trying to keep that a secret by framing Kurakawa for the murder of Kisaragi. That's my theory.
Yeah.
A game theory.
I know, but I know that Kurokawa was the culprit, and she even yelled at me harshly. Something is strange about this class trial, and your Monokuma's words and actions are strange. Kurokawa said at the end that this was a trap by the mastermind. As Maeda said, this case was very strange. Monokuma. In our eyes, it looks like you are anxious to kill Mikako.
Aww.
And when he introduced Kisaragi-kun, Mikako-chan collapsed bleeding. Monokuma didn't even try to help. Which is weird because he helped Kinjo twice.
Yeah. Yeah, why is he trying so hard to keep Kinjo alive, but was completely willing to let Mikako just die?
Well, to be fair,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
to be fair, he was willing to let Kinjo die the second time.
Yeah, but still, like, it seems weird. Like he's trying to cover up something. You don't mean all of this was a conspiracy? Huh. Well, for the case, Miss Kurakawa killed Kisaragi-kun, then became the Blackened. It's my job as the headmaster to punish the Blackened. Therefore, the Blackened disrupted the order. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate exorcist, Mikako Kurakawa.
Wait, Monokuma, stop talking.
Now then, let's give it everything we got. Already dead and in a corpse state. They're not in the best shape, but...
Monokuma, answer the questions.
Let's go hard anyway. Punishment time!
Monokuma! Alright, so he actually is just doing this to a corpse.
Yeah.
Kurokawa was showing us. It had a halo over her head.
Yeah.
So what is he... This is obviously going to have something different from the others. Because the 5th one in the first game did. So she's obviously still doing it. In a race car?
Yeah. It's
What-
going
that's a bomb.
backwards.
What is going on right now?
Okay, we're going through Torii gates. That's what those are.
Yeah.
It's like a looks like a Japanese Shinto thing.
Oh, jeez. What the heck? Can't remember what that says. Something. Ghost
Runaway
Rider?
Train Ghost Rider.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So is he going on a different one the other direction?
I think he's going toward her.
Yeah, they're going the same. They're gonna, run right into her.
I guess so.
Down to 19 seconds, dude.
This is pretty well animated.
Oh, it is,
compared
yeah, it's
to Some
decent.
of the other ones.
Yeah, like 1 and 2 weren't... Well, yeah, 2 especially wasn't that good. 3 actually I thought was animated pretty well.
Yeah.
4 was
This is
alright.
Definitely one of the more animated scenes.
Alright, we're down to 2. There's gonna... Yep. Where's the kaboom? What? Where's the explosion? It just stopped? Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom! It had to be said.
There's no boom.
Yeah, where's the kaboom? What just happened?
The lights went out.
Yeah, they did. What? I told you something was going to be different about this one.
The building ran out of power.
It did? What? Power outage? Why, I can't see anything. What happened to Mikako-chan? Hey, Monokuma, what happened? Is he dead again?
Oh, yeah, Monokuma's dead.
Hey, don't pretend you can't hear me. Answer.
What is going on now?
What is happening? She just straight up walked through that picture.
Yeah.
Wait, what is above his head? Or is that? Oh, that's the question mark. bubble, I
Yeah.
think. Makaru?
I think that's just part of the chair.
Oh yeah, Makaru.
Yeah.
What is this? He just stopped.
What?
By the way, didn't something like this happen during the class trial not long ago, too? Mikako-chan said that if Monokuma stops operating, all facilities will stop, too. But there wasn't a power outage back then, was there?
What in the world happened?
In the end, there's something strange about this case. Just like the blackout right now, I don't think this is normal. Just what the hell is happening? Kisaragi's appearance. Kurokawa's murder case. Power failure. Monokuma's stopped. I don't know what's going on, but it's definitely strange. Everything seems a back and forth contradiction. Monokuma doesn't seem to wake up. What should we do? You guys? Who's talking? Is that Kinjo?
It must be Kinjo. You
Yeah, it
guys.
is.
I just arrived. It's already too late.
Kinjo! You... How do you... What the hell are you? How can you move? Kinjo-kun.
We'll talk more later. We can't afford that now. Yuki, Makaru, Teruya, and you.
You, is that what you say after waking up, putting on a suicide show like that? Do you have anything else to say?
Makaru, where's Kisaragi and Kurokawa?
How did he know about Kisaragi?
Was he there
No.
at all?
No, when Monokuma introduced him, he was still unconscious.
I wonder if Monokuma told him about Kurosagi? Or maybe he was not as unconscious as we thought.
Maybe. What? Huh? Suddenly, why?
Wait. Kisaragi's portrait is there. Is that so? They're both dead.
Kinjo, what the hell happened? How did you wake up? What's the situation now?
As I just said, we'll do that later. To put things very simply, I remembered everything.
So he remembered why we're stuck there. So the bullet, like, he got like Hifumi, where the bullet caused him to
basically.
remember everything.
Yeah, whatever was causing the memory loss was undone by the head injury. I came here to save you guys.
You remember? You don't mean.
You were pretty well alive, but it seems it's over yet to turn things around. I will protect you from the heinous mastermind.
What are you doing putting us here? Oh, so
You
does
guys are deceived.
So does he actually think it's Akane? So he kind of moved everyone else.
It must be.
Well, maybe it is.
We have to get away from that girl right now.
Maybe you were right. I did think it... now, kind of think about what you were saying. It is odd that she did seem to have a lot of connection with Maeda, who I think is also suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is odd. Huh? Well, I think it is obvious that she probably still doesn't remember if Ray's theory is true.
Yeah. Huh? Kinjo, what's wrong? That girl is... It's that girl. The one who kept the 15 of us imprisoned.
So Kisaragi actually was in our class. He was one of our classmates.
Yeah.
So he wasn't just some random outside guy. He was the guy missing from the picture.
Yeah.
So he was one of our friends.
Yeah.
Dude.
Making a stay here. The criminal who made this murder game. The mastermind of everything. Kanai Taira.
It's ironic that she even got lucky enough to survive the second trial.
Yeah.
Huh. What are you talking about, Kinjo-kun?
Don't call my name with that dirty mouth.
Kane is the mastermind behind everything? What the heck happened back then? What happened back in the past? Dude, what the heck happened? Wait a minute, Kinjo, are you misunderstanding something?
Yuki is right. There's no way Akane could be the mastermind. No, it's you, not me, who misunderstood. Well, it's not unreasonable after all. You did that to us. But that's why I'll definitely protect you guys from this heinous criminal.
Kinjo, why are you doing this? Is this because of me stabbing Kazuna-chan? If that's the case, there's nothing I can do to argue with you, but you still call me a mastermind.
Kazuna. That's pretty cute, compared to what you did.
Kinjo? What are you saying? I have no idea what Kinjo's been saying. Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Are you going to keep going? Fine then. But can you still do that after hearing this? Ultimate despair.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We haven't actually figured out how that ties in anything yet.
Yeah.
Dude. Ultimate
Despair?
Akane? Is that like a trigger? What if they put what if the mastermind, when they erase their memories, put a trigger to like remind themselves of what it was?
Yeah.
And that's what it was, ultimate despair.
Yeah.
Ah! Is that like a scream, I guess? I guess that's a
Yeah.
scream. What the heck is happening? It was a cry like a beast. After panicking and denying Kenjo for a while, she suddenly began to grab her head. Screaming like something out of this world.
Like broke her mind.
Yeah, it's like a trigger. Her screams were getting louder, growing louder, excuse me. More. Jeez, this is crazy, dude. It was a terrifying scream. What? What is happening, dude? What is going on?
She's like bleeding from her head like Makako was.
Despair has changed. What? What the heck? She's just taking the apron off. What the heck is happening? Dude, what the heck? Dude! What the heck? It's refreshing. It feels like something that has been blocked was just open. So I was right, that was the trigger. It was a trigger.
Yeah.
Why did he do that?
I guess to
Expose her to everyone else?
yeah,
He surely realized there was a danger to that, right?
maybe.
If
Or maybe
if this is
he
someone
was so shocked by uncovering that fact.
Yeah, I mean, like, but it's odd. Like, you know, if it was whoever he revealed as the mastermind, then obviously, if they were going to trap everyone here, then there was obviously a danger to reveal that.
Yeah.
So why did he really just do it to expose her to the group?
I guess so.
Because no one else would believe him, I guess.
Yeah.
Except maybe Ray, but
Yeah.
dude. There's no problem with my memory, just as that person said. I think it was very successful. It must have been hellish days to breathe without thinking of that person. Who? Who were they thinking about? Are they thinking of Junko?
Maybe.
I'm really sorry, Akane Taira.
Is that not even a Kane?
Yeah. What?
Is this someone impersonating Akane the whole time?
Yeah, what is going on? Yeah, 'cause the way it sounded, it's like that wasn't her.
Yeah.
Huh? Who are you? Who am I? This is Akane Taira. Whoopsie. Is this the first time meeting? Then you should get a formal greeting. I should give you a formal greeting. The ultimate maid? No, wait, that's a mistake. This is the ultimate despair, Akane Taira. Please take good care of me, Maeda-sama, Kenjo-sama, Makaru-sama, Atori-sama. What does sama mean? What does that suffix mean?
It's like a show of respect. It's like calling someone like Mr.
Oh, that's... no, I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. Okay.
Yeah. Like you would say that to like your boss at work.
Yeah. That's a cool text, I'll give it that. A cool font right there.
Yeah.
It's odd to reveal the mastermind before chapter 6.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Am I the only one who can't keep up with this situation now?
You, Akane Taira. Akane? The mastermind?
Now what?
We didn't know each other other than just yesterday, but this morning we were together for a very short time, but I can tell. Oh, that's Akane talking, sorry. Short time, but I can tell. I know that Maeda-kun is a good person. Only from Maeda-kun. I didn't want to hear that from Maeda-kun. So it's obvious that there's some connection with them.
Yeah.
What was it?
Actually, I wanted to apologize sooner. I'm sorry. The reason I asked you to dance is because I thought we could be able to talk like this. I'm really sorry. Maeda-kun, keep your mind up. Calm down and look into my eyes. You didn't do anything wrong.
It's like she knew.
It's what?
It's like she knew the outcome of the case.
Yeah. That Akane. Then maybe I just realized Maeda wasn't upstairs yesterday, but she was.
Yeah.
What if she was the one who set up the bomb?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it was all very suspicious.
Yeah, because I literally just thought, like, wait a minute. You know, if someone had to have been up there to set it up, and she was the only one up there before the murder happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought of that. Was the mastermind of everything? Oh, the power's back on.
Ah, it looks like the power's been returned. Is there a spare power turned on?
It's the spare power turned on?
I'm gonna die.
That's not until 2 where you say that, buddy.
Hey! Suddenly the beer house was thrown down. I don't like this facility at all. Monokuma?
Monokuma, it's been a long time.
Monokuma? It's been a long time? What's that sound? Miss Taira? Surely not. You have returned?
So he did know.
Yeah.
I sure did. You've been through a lot.
What's this situation? This isn't a dream, is it?
It's not a dream. It is not a dream. And Monokuma is moving separately on the subject of the mastermind.
You have revealed your true colors.
I think at this point I'm out of the courtroom at this point.
Yeah.
If I'm there, I'm out of the courtroom right now. Well, I guess I couldn't have gotten out if the power was out.
Yeah, the elevator was shut down.
Yeah.
This time, I will definitely protect everyone.
So, Kisaragi and Makako were actually innocent after all.
Yeah.
Or at least someone that Kinjo thought were innocent enough to want to try to keep alive.
Yeah.
I wonder if the reason that... I almost wonder if Akane's maid service worked for the Kisaragi Foundation in some capacity.
I don't know.
Said she worked for a lot of high-profile people.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll find out, like, what the connection is, but...
Yeah.
Oh my, Kinjo-sama. Now isn't the time to say that. Since I woke up, the killing school life is no more. Asking Monokuma-sama to dispose of each one of you is a breeze.
Wait, she just wants to kill us all?
I guess so. Disposal?
Is what I'd like to say, but that wouldn't be much fun, would it? Besides, I still have an appointment with a certain person.
Who? Who are we talking about here?
In Maeda?
Maybe.
So... I'll give you a chance to stand in the final stage. A wonderful stage to decorate the finale!
Excuse me. So I guess that's the end of the chapter? Is that the end? The situation in front of our eyes is incomprehensible, unfolding at the same speed of light. I just stood idly by. Kane.
looking at the person who was Akane Taira, I have become frozen. I thought there was going to be something worse that he said there.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say, I've become despair myself.
Yeah.
In the end, despair eclipse. We're down 2 more. Yeah, so we lost Kisaragi and we lost Mikako.
Yeah.
So... Oh, dude. Can I say thank goodness? Dude, I'll be honest. I almost want to skip watching the game to keep playing at this point because I'm really invested in what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I still got like an hour before then, but... Oh, dude, I don't want to stop playing. I don't want to know what happens. Dude. How long have we been going? 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I was right.
Yeah.
I said it'd take us about 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh. How are you feeling? Like, what are you feeling?
Do we want to get through? It looks like there's like a 15 minute interlude between here and chapter 6.
Maybe that's the
Do we wanna-
Kenjo scene we saw in that save point.
Yeah. Do we want to do that real quick?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Yeah, it looks like it's labeled as chapter 0.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that must be that save point we saw.
So, yeah, let's get through that, I
Okay.
guess, and see what's
Duh.
going on there.
Yeah, duh. Ada.
Maeda.
Oh, hey. Hey, we're back at school.
Seriously, it's almost time for school. What are you doing sleeping? Our teacher will be here very soon, so get up.
So let's see what we got here. There's Maki over there. There's Haru and Setsuki. There's Kenjo. There's Teruya. There's us and Mikako.
Yeah, Tori's.
Up there on the top. Yeah, someone's down at the bottom. I think that's Kazuna down at the bottom.
Yeah. By the way, you often dozed off during class, right? You came to Hope's Peak with good luck. So you should try harder more, don't you think so?
Yeah, there's Midge down there.
Yeah, she's not talking in her slow speech.
Yeah, which is maybe with her secret was she's actually very talkative.
Yeah.
Huh? Where is this? What are you talking about? Or so that's her. Or is that Yuki?
No. What is this? What are you talking about? It's a classroom. Are you really
Oh,
awake?
so that is her.
Maeda had a nightmare in your sleep too. Hahaha.
Yeah, there's Ray down there at the bottom.
Yeah. I'll let my laugh a little. Sorry. Don't worry, Maeda is strong. Cause you're a big man. Keep your chin up.
There's Akane down at the bottom. Oh, I gotta remember who all was who. I think that was me, right?
Okay. I have it on my
Was
sheet
was
here.
Maki me? I think it was.
Sniper. Yeah, it's you.
I think I was using the Mahiru voice for her.
Yeah.
Nakaka, lower your voice. Do you have time? Do you have to be so loud all the time?
Sorry. Anyway. Maeda, are you okay? Haruhiku wants to play with the group today. What? Why should you? But Maeda rarely hangs out with us and is all alone. That and you have such a lonely expression.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not good to force yourself too much. But if you change your mind, please tell me. There's no problem if you join later, okay? By the way, Yamato-kun is late.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
Yeah. What's going on at Hanzo's funeral?
So his dad's dead.
Yeah. Which is, I guess, why he's the,
President.
president. It's been 2 weeks already. You didn't hear anything, Maeda? Probably not. Well, there's no choice but to wait. The teacher seems to be late too. Maeda, would you like some cream bread? I have one left. Don't want it? Well, what a ruthless guy. Tell me when you're hungry, I'll give it to you. You can't sleep again.
Yeah, there's 2 people at the bottom. I think that's Kanata and what's that other guy's name? Yamaguchi. Yeah, Yamaguchi.
Yamaguchi, yeah.
It does look like everyone else's. Where's Uehara?
He might be down at the
Oh, I can walk
bottom.
around. Okay. Yeah, where's Uehara? Oh, he's up there.
He's yeah.
So we can actually talk to everybody. Okay. Yeah, let's talk to him first.
What?
I think he's on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dad, are the things you ordered last time roughly sorted out? Yes, I know. I'll go there this weekend. This time Huh? Maeda? Huh? It's just a friend I was talking to. Dad, just wait for me. What's up? You're looking everywhere now. Huh? It's okay. It's just a normal conversation with my father, who I call 3 times a day. Also, didn't you hate us? Well, I want to be your friend. There's no way that is there, huh? Anyway, I'm gonna call now. I'll go. I'll see you later. If it's okay, we can go together later and play with the others. Really? No, I like you, but still, I was surprised for you to talk to me. Let's go play when we have time later.
So, before the events of the game, when we actually entered Hope's Peak, he presumably hated everybody, or just...
Yeah, he was, I guess, like, kind of like how Makoto, in some ways, felt like he was, like, an outsider.
But unlike
because
Makoto,
he
who's
was
just
the
super
lucky
friendly,
student.
he kind of withdraws.
Yeah.
So I guess
He
we do have to talk
kinda-
to
yeah.
everybody, so let's just go around and talk to these guys. Let's talk to him.
Yeah. Kanata, a bit softer.
I think that was also
That you
you.
were mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it was you.
Cannot. Be patient, even if it hurts a little. Bacteria could get in. I hate being sick. Maeda, what's the matter? Hey, Kikaru, don't be shy. Sorry. Maeda suddenly spoke to me. I was so surprised. So, do you have something to say? We didn't talk much. But hey, I'm smiling like this, so feel free to ask anything. This wound? It's no big deal. It was just some students from the preparatory department. A senior seems to be having some troubles with his preparatory students, so I tried to mediate by stopping them. He did like to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, you be careful too, Maeda. You've been sloppy lately. What?
What?
That in. I'm glad you talked to me. Maeda hardly talks to any of us. You can talk to me anytime you wish.
Okay. So I actually have to go talk to Kanata separately.
Yeah. Seriously, how did you get hurt like this? Sorry, a little conflict with the students of the preparatory department.
Is that supposed to be like... Is that supposed to be the reserve course stand-in?
Maybe? Not sure.
I don't know.
Again, still, I'm nervous because the demo activities have been intense lately. You try and be careful. Sorry, I'll be careful. You wanna speak to me? Sorry, I think this is actually the first time Yuki spoke to me. So what happened? I have to treat Kakeru's leg first, so if it's short... Oh, it's nothing special? Okay. Hey Yuki! I told you the first time we met, but if you ever get hurt, please tell me. Because you're my classmate too.
Okay. Let's talk to you. This was me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can remember what I was doing for her.
Kika, lend me some money.
This was also me, right? I was also Mitch, I think.
Yeah, you were kind of doing like a, you're like surfer bro.
Oh yeah, like the hero voice or whatever.
Yeah.
What? What's this out of the blue? I want to change my...
change my phone. I thought it was charged.
I want to change my phone. I need to buy some clothes and buy a new bag, too.
Ori, I just lent you the other day and you haven't returned it yet.
Wasn't that just a gift?
What? Where in the world can you consider someone who gives you over 100,000? Is that it?
100,000.
Okay, I figured that was a comma, not a period.
100,000 yen. You dare call that a gift? Go scram. I can't lend you any more until you give it back.
What? You salty bastard. You're a jerk who earns millions. You're not a few thousands.
100,000 yen is like $640, by the way.
Yeah, that's not much. I know the yen is like not very comparable to the dollar. It's worth a lot less.
Yeah, but okay. But think about it. Even if you had a lot of money, would you just lend your friends like $600?
No.
Just because they asked you
No,
for like
I would
some
not.
stuff?
I would not.
Maeda, what's going on? Normally you ignore all my calls. This is
Well,
just...
I see.
What?
Did she call him?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe she's trying to get him to give her money too.
Yeah.
This is just fine. Maeda, look at me and lend me some money.
Yeah.
50,000 should be enough. Since you have enough money, it doesn't really matter to you, right?
I kind of see why Akane would want to stab her.
Yeah.
You don't have any either? That's no fun. Well, since this is kind of bullying, I won't force you. Huh, what do I do? If I don't buy the new product soon, others from my age will be first to brag about it on their blogs. Should I ask Akane or Kyoka? No, I feel sorry for asking too much. Huh? Maeda, you still there? Well, I haven't talked much with you. But if you're bored, you can talk to me, Maeda. Your look is quite sad. So I'll make you cute if you like that too.
Okay. Alright, soccer bro, let's talk to you.
That's boring. Why isn't the teacher here yet? Oi, what are you doing here so suddenly? What's your name again? I see, Maeda. Do you have some business? Weird guy. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I didn't say much, but I'm bored right now. So, I ask you to chat with me. Check this out. The other day, Netizens' reaction to the goal video I scored with the youth national evaluation match in my last game. He's the Japanese Messi in a way. Hey, say something, no funny guy. No wonder you don't have friends. But whatever, since we're classmates, I need you to remain friendly. We can even play soccer together sometimes.
Okay. Alright, let's go talk to people down here. I want to get to you first, Ayame. I think that was you.
Yeah. This is a big deal. I feel like the demo is getting serious.
Ayame-sama, are you okay?
I'm fine. Am I that obvious?
How would Ayame now feel knowing that she saved the mastermind?
Yeah.
How would she feel about that? It's obvious she didn't know.
Yeah. But was it Akane's... Well, okay, Akane didn't know she was the mastermind either.
No.
Because it didn't unlock her memory until she heard the trigger phrase.
Yeah. I'm still wondering if Akane was always like that or something happened to her.
Yeah. Well, she did call Ayame, Ayame-sama instead of, Ayame-chan.
Yeah, good point.
So maybe that's significant in some way.
I don't know.
It's true, I'm getting worse. Recently, even the use of the playground has been banned to me.
So obviously something's going on here at the school.
Yeah.
So stuff is being demoed or something.
Yeah. It's really hard for me not to be able to run.
There's an indoor gym, right? If it's okay with Ayame-sama, I'll be with you.
It's fine. I have an appointment with Kobashikawa and the others today, so please ask me tomorrow. After school, I haven't moved after a while. My muscles are getting stiff. Yeah, by the way, Akane, what's with those respectful words in Ayame-sama? Yeah, that's... Yeah, that's like not something you say to like your close friends.
No.
Like say like that's like something you say to like your teacher or like your boss.
Yeah.
That's like weirdly. That's like if I called you like Mr. Thomas every time I met you.
Yeah.
Or like talked to you. That'd be very weird.
Yes, it would. You just leaked my real name on the stream. I'm just kidding.
Oh no! Now they're gonna find you and accuse you of being a Danganronpa fan.
Oh no. Adam, you've doomed us. You've doomed me, and now I've doomed you in response.
they'll know who we are.
Yeah.
And know that we like anime games, the horror.
Yeah.
It's really uncomfortable to hear it with friends. Yeah, it's obviously something has already happened with her psyche at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's obvious that they've been at the school for a while, and something is happening here.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it's something that happened after she came to the school.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned that it's like something that she's like just started doing.
Yeah.
So whatever it was, she wasn't a part of this ultimate despair before she was a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. As much as this can be seen as a burden, then I'll try harder to be conscious about it.
No, you don't have to overdo it. I'm sorry on my side. Please do as you feel comfortable. Huh? Maeda? Since when have you been here? I didn't notice at all. I'm sorry, did you have something to say? It's not that. Maybe you're upset that I ignored you? It often happens. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, Kane, what do you have to say to us?
What's wrong, Maeda-kun?
She's just not talking to us. All right, Ray, are you any nicer? Probably not.
What? Do you have something to say?
No, she's still definitely Ray.
Yeah.
Then don't speak. I have something to think about right now.
Yeah, I figured. All right, let's talk to these fools. All right, Setsuki, what do you got?
Kabazing, my brother Kitsuki gave me 2 movie tickets.
For real? Thank you. When should we say our greetings?
Greetings. Kabazing, I'm already trying to put that plan into action.
What? You idiot, that's not what it means. It's not that I hate it, of course, but that's not what I mean now.
Do you know how annoying you are right now?
Oh, Yuki, is Setsuki visible today?
So, I guess they're dating now.
Yeah.
Haru and Setsuki.
Yeah. Oh, you always ignore Setsuki, so Yuki doesn't see me at all. Still, what's wrong? I feel ignored again. Did Setsuki become a ghost too?
Okay, Haru, what
Well,
you got?
kind of you did, Setsuki.
Yeah. Haru, what you got
He
for us?
did become a ghost.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, wait, there. This idiot, why'd you do that there?
What? It's Kabazing's fault.
Shut it, I'm done. What is this couple game? It's a couple crushing game.
Actually, it's only both of you that don't look like much of a couple at all.
What, Maeda? Did you need something? It's nothing. Well, it doesn't matter much. Hey, can I ask you a question? If you have time today, would you like to play together? Almost everyone will come. Tell me something. Am I the only one who's awkward now?
All right. All right, Maki. What do you got?
What? You want to speak to me? Now the sun rises in the west. Wow, will the sun rise in the west tomorrow? Say, Maeda, why do you always avoid us? I don't know what everyone thinks, but Maeda, you looks like you're suffering in my eyes. Yeah, it's difficult to say something like this all of a sudden, but it would be nice to talk with everyone someday. Then I'll take you to the amusement park. Do you like amusement parks? No response, huh?
Dang, Maki, I would have gone with you. I mean, you offered to take me to the amusement park for free. I mean, I don't turn down free stuff. All right,
Yeah.
Kinjo, what do you got? Have you changed at all, or are you still the same?
Maeda, what's wrong? Me? I was trying to contact Kisaragi, but I can't seem to reach him either. But it shouldn't be a major concern. I don't think we should be worried over nothing. Just that, if he doesn't come back, it's difficult to play chess like this. I want to win at least once against him. So apparently Kisaragi was smart.
I mean, he's the ultimate inventor. I imagine he's smart.
Yeah. But what happened? It's rare for you to say something. Today, something is different in your expression. That's so. I'm glad it's not a big deal. Maeda, you, me, you hate our classmates. I think it's selfish to say this, but I really like you guys.
So he actually does like this class.
Yeah. Because I've changed since I met you all. So much that it could be a turning point in my life.
So they changed his mindset on people?
Yeah, well, he must have had the same mindset that he came into the original, the killing game with.
But because there was no murdering, he was probably more open to bonding with everybody.
Yeah. So he gave up on his more extreme, a criminal is a criminal no matter what stance. It's laughable, really, and it may be selfish, but I hope everyone gets along well. Even if we continue to have fun and get older. No, sorry for suddenly saying this still. Maeda, you're not being honest with yourself, aren't you? Your eyes always look sad.
Well, as much as I'd love to save this voice for last, I think it's only proper that Makako is last, so let's talk to him next.
Yeah.
I get to do his voice again. Sorry, I'm chewing my life savers real quick.
Okay.
I mean, I've been eating life savers this whole time.
Yeah, the gummy ones or the hard candy
No,
ones?
the gummy ones.
Gummies.
It's yeah, a lot easier to eat them quickly.
Yep.
Maeda. Surprising. Isn't it unusual for you to approach others first? No, there is nothing wrong with that, because communication is free for everyone. I'm not in a position to talk like that. So, do you wish to speak to me? Is that so, if it doesn't matter? Say, Maeda. I wonder, but is there something you're worried about? Perhaps you feel anxiety about the future to come, and hesitation on your own mind and heart. No, rather than hesitation, indifference. Well, it's nothing. I'm just guessing your mind. There's no basis for it. Just by way of interpretation. Maeda, I don't know how to say this, but how about something a little more interest than in the others? But how about showing a little more interest in the others? I'm not good at socializing either, but I'm trying to overcome this. I plan to attend today's meeting. My apologies, it must have sounded like a sermon to you. We're not even close friends. I have no intention of forcing you, so do what you feel is right. Alright, and last but not least.
Ah, Yuki, what's up? Want to play together? If that's the case, we should tell the others. Right away.
I didn't do anything there.
Oh.
I did not push the button there. The key.
That's not it?
So what happened to her to change her?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, maybe Akane or someone obviously messed with her in some way and caused her to speak weirdly and have that thing that caused her to die just by talking about the mastermind.
Obviously, I think they obviously did something to Yamato too.
Yeah.
So what happened to them?
Well, it's a shame. It would have been fun to play with Yuki. Do you want some cream puffs? Don't want any? Why not, stupid?
What? What just happened?
Can you move?
Yeah, I can.
It froze.
I can't talk to her. I can only talk to Akane? What the heck is happening, dude?
Maeda-sama, if this is the case, there are things that you shouldn't do no matter what, and if you find yourself in a situation where you must do it, what would Maeda-sama do? If it were me.
What the heck? What just happened? Did we just get like punched out or something? What just happened? One day in the classroom. What just happened there?
I have no idea.
That was cool though. I liked that. Like getting to kind of see a little clip of everybody together again. I liked that.
Is that all of chapter 0 or? Yeah, it is
Guess
because we're back in the
so.
bed now. Okay. I'll stop here, I guess. Wait, is it? Is this after the trial? Where are we? I don't know where we are right now. I don't know what time frame we're in right now.
Yeah.
Well, as much as I don't want to, I guess we'll call it here. So I honestly really want to keep playing, but we can call it here. So, I mean, if you're fine with that, we can call it here. So,
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I'm fine with keeping going, but if you want to call it, we'll call it. So,
Yeah. Well, judging from the rest of the Let's Play, chapter 6 is very, very long.
which makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see, how long is this? So it's like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 7, 8, 9. Like, is that right? Like 9 hours long. Okay, so it's gonna be another like
3
chapter
streams.
2.
It's gonna be what?
Wasn't chapter 2? Wasn't that the one that was like super long before?
Yeah, that we stopped when we didn't
Oh,
have to stop.
yeah. This one might also take like 4 days to get through.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's in 2 parts. It's like chapter 6 part 1 and then chapter 6 part 2 or something.
I presume there's only one trial.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way, it looks very long, so plenty to uncover.
The secrets. Because there's now still so much that now that this has been revealed, it almost caused a lot more questions.
Hmm.
Because I mean, like I mentioned, we lost the 2 people who can give answers, and now that we know what who the mastermind is, we now have the
Yeah.
question of what happened to Kendra. Like, what did he do after he woke up?
Mhm.
Like, what was his condition really? Um, what is the like? How did Kisaragi actually die? Um, why Makako? Like, why did she have to die with him? Um, what like why are we in the school or why are we in this building? Excuse me, this Kisaragi building. Why did Akane do all this stuff? Like what happened to her? Um, and then what happened to the world? And then there's so many questions.
Yeah.
Well, as much as I'd like to start, I guess we'll call it here. As much as I'd like to start on 6, I guess we'll call it here.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. I have been Mr. Grinchman, once again along with ACP. You've been enjoying another Despair Academy, and we'll be back with Chapter 6, starting on the marathon finale, as it apparently is going to be.
Mm.
So hopefully we'll start getting some answers. Thank you for joining us. Good night, everybody.